Hey, everybody. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Therese and I are lucky because we've
Hey.
got friends here. If you can't read, I'll tell you who they are. Ann Pinkava from Politically Incorrect.
Hello.
Um, Tara
Can
from
you
Yarn
read?
Chicken and Shit, which I love that name. And Amy from Two Sisters and Some Yarn. Joe Bob's not here, but she should be popping in later. She had things to do in southern Wales, where she lives. Um, and it's really cold there, so she'll probably be really wrapped up in knitwear. But
Frozen
welcome. We're just gonna knit and chat like usual, and whatever happens, happens. That's pretty much how we roll.
Wait, put your disclaimer in there.
Yeah, opinions expressed are not necessarily the opinions of everybody involved, so don't come after us. It's all meant in good fun, and yeah.
Watch at your own risk.
Yeah, Therese, anything you want to add to that?
Don't come after us.
Oh, they coming.
You know
Yeah.
what? Whatever.
Who cares?
It's fine. So
What's my
what's everybody
motto?
working on?
You get what you get and you don't throw a fit.
That's right. That was my children's dinner verse when they were little. They didn't get to
Yep.
say, and if they didn't like it, they didn't have to eat, but they weren't getting anything else. So they learned pretty much not to complain. What's everybody working on?
I'll go.
Go ahead.
Terrible lighting, sorry, but I'm hot and fat and I don't care. This is Tabitha's cowl she talked about on her podcast.
Oh, the new one.
Which I'm gonna be bad and not follow her directions all the way, and I already told her that because I do what I do. It's really hard to see, but that's man. Joe's not here.
Great.
Look, Joe. It's it's Tina's. Wait, I got the tag. Look, I'm American all up here. Hold up, I got the tag. I think it's the South.
Good old Glory?
No, the South's gonna do it again.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
Oh,
one of the new ones,
Isn't it
right?
the one that she did a video on?
Yeah, actually, like several of the last ones she did, that was my.
Wow.
That's fun though.
You're
She's done a
welcome.
couple of mine too. And it's really fun because to watch it be
That's
made.
awesome.
Yeah, because I got Misunderstood, and I got this one, and then like the time before it, that Nepenthe one or whatever that I can't say.
Oh yeah.
That pinky yellow one, that was me.
I have one to suggest to her for Tara, but I'll think about it.
Is it going to be called Yarn Chicken and
Tara,
Shit?
I want her to make a color video.
It's a perfect name though.
I did it.
Might as well.
Did I mute it right so you didn't hear me cough?
Nope.
Okay.
No, it has something to do with your chickens and where they go. It's her colorway name that she wants Tina to do.
That would be awesome.
We still do not have a caviar dogs.
No, we need a
Yeah.
caviar dogs. We definitely do.
She
I
is.
thought by
also-
now we would have had one.
She is also technically working on our yarn. It's in process, so.
I know. Excited.
So.
The prototype
Amy, are
I saw
you-
was amazing.
Are you letting Dictator Ann entice you into Shark Week?
I am doing Shark Week. I am not a wuss like my sister.
That's
and
right.
I am doing Shark Week, which I made my declarations on Instagram. So
Are you excited?
I am. I'm determined. I'm going to do it. I mean, if I can do this in a day,
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering if I want to do that one for
because I've
Shark
been
Week.
home. So
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
that's why I'm only
Um,
doing till the yarn runs out, because, I can only do it at night. So
True.
maybe I'll get lucky and that'll be the week my boss goes on.
Tara, what you working on?
She's muted and frozen, I think.
Is she frozen?
Yeah. Yeah, she's
Oh,
frozen.
we lost her. Tara, if you can hear us.
You can hear us. Come
We
back.
lost you.
Oh, there you are.
I'm back.
There.
Oh, okay. Now you're still a little frozen though.
So frozen.
Like her chicken.
Oh, there you are.
All right. I have
Your chicken.
to try a different network. But I am working on my growing shawl. I am actually on my final increase round where I'm going from like 500 some odd stitches to over 1,000.
Wow.
It's pretty.
It
Pretty
wouldn't be
colorways.
without technical difficulties.
Yeah, I heard 1,000 stitches and
And it's pretty.
it's pretty.
Okay, let me go out and then I'll come back in.
And then hold it up when you come back.
Okay.
Yeah, right. 'Cause I want to see it.
Slowly though, because
Yeah.
Joe will demand it.
Tara, but I'm at the end of my row, so I can show my thing off more easily.
Yes, please.
Okay. Let's let
So-
Ann show off.
So I'm working on an Isom shawl. So we got
Yay!
that bad boy.
Ooh.
That looks good.
So it's got the big kind of V thing going for the outfit. And I think I have it still working on it a little bit because I had to change the construction. Okay, so the issue with the Isom shawl, here, flip.
Okay. Hopefully Tara will pop back soon.
Tara, come back to us. The issue with the Isom shawl. Okay, so if you have a 4 increase every other row with this shawl, then once you get to the bottom and you have this little cross thingy. Oh, there's Tara.
Yay.
Okay.
Sorry, one of my
going.
children decided to walk in, and I'm like, just don't talk.
Life.
I
That's life.
know. I know.
Keep going, man. What happens when you get to the
Okay,
bottom?
Ann.
Okay.
And
All right. 2 problems. First off, when you get to the bottom of the shawl and you have the little cross thing for Isom's belt, then the arms are going to be like up weird if you have the center seam going down the middle. And also you're going to have a problem because if you have the center bit that's orange and you keep increasing in the middle, that means that you're going to have to keep moving 1 stitch over for your center column, which you can do, but it won't make a very neat line. So we have solved this issue. By we, I mean me. So doing the center line thing only in the black, and then for a couple rows in so that you keep that point.
Mm-hmm.
But then I did a couple rows going outward a little bit, so there wouldn't be like a weird bobble in the middle. And then I started the central increase to the side. So the center part, that kind of point bit worked itself out. It'll block out. It'll be fine. So that the increases are now to either side of the center orange portion. And I hope that works out. And hopefully it'll work out for these little arm stripe thingies. So
That's very ambitious, and I cannot do that kind of geometry, so I'm very impressed.
well, but working once I have it figured out, it should be pretty straightforward because it is a garter stitch shawl, and it's just a matter of picking up the new yarn when you get to it when it comes to the striped portions. It's not like the little cross at the bottom. You'll probably have to carry yarn behind that, but that will be this little thing. It won't be extensive. So it'll be a mostly reversible shawl in the end. And and it'll have the stripes, and there'll be one portion where there'll be 5 different balls of yarn coming from it, but it, like I said, it's all garter. Counting is very easy. Stitch markers are in there, so just a little bit of it should be pretty straightforward. I'm excited.
I can't wait to see it.
I know.
What yarn did you use, Ian?
I did use Chicken Lady's Isom yarn. So enter Blackety Black, which is what that's called.
That's the colorway Neil got too, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's why he says blockety block.
That's right, blockety block. So now
like
that
that
Tara's
also
back,
Blockety
she
block.
can mention what she was working on.
Yes, sorry, Tara.
Oh no, that's okay. I'm hopefully Elon Musk will let me speak now. But I am working on my growth ring shawl. I'm on my last increase round, so I'm going from like 500 some odd stitches to over 1,000. And I'm on skein 4 of 6.
Wow.
Wow.
So it's pretty.
This is the one that's one big circle, right?
Yeah, it's one big circle.
That's cool.
Are you going to use it as a shawl or a blanket?
Both.
Sounds like a house cozy.
A blanket.
Blanket.
Tablecloth too, should the need arise.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes. If I had a circle table.
But don't spill on it or she'll kill you.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, Trace, what are you doing?
But yeah.
Oh, man. I have the Murder Knits cardigan. It's got another probably inch on it, so it's not worth showing. The other poncho, couple inches, not worth showing. I have a pair of socks here for David
Yay.
in Patton's Croy, and the red is some premier, one of the, Deborah Norville, somebody or other.
Oh, yeah. They used to sell
These
it
are
at
just
Joann's.
those rag socks, the not opal, Patton's Croy. So I do them 2 pairs of socks every year. Sometimes I do more, but always for his birthday and Christmas. So it's been hot and humid, and it's just too much to have big yarn. Gross.
Oh, I get it. And you're doing Murder Knits cardigan for sure?
Murder Knits.
Murder Knits shawl, sorry.
Murder Knits shawl. I'm not sure Shark Week. I'm thinking about Murder Knits shawl in bigger the better. Get it done. I was looking at that cowl of Tabitha's, but I don't know.
I mean, it's just 2 DK stains.
I'm a
Well,
All.
if you want to make a hat, you can make the Murder Knits hat. You already know the cable pattern. It's the same in the hat as it is in the cardigan.
I'll think about it. I will get my entry in before the deadline. Don't worry.
Tara, have you decided?
15 times before that.
Have you decided on Shark Week?
Yeah, I'm gonna do your new shawl. I don't remember what it's called, but
Story Keepers?
yes. And I'm going to use Carista's Shark Week yarn, the lurking
teal. Ooh, that'll be pretty with that green.
So I think it's going to be a challenge for me to finish it. It's doable, but it is also challenging.
It's really doable. I mean, it's knits up quick because there's only 3 sections, and like they're pretty quick to knit up. So
Yeah, it's the commitment to the one project for me.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm very like, oh, I wanted to do this. Oh, I wanted to do that. And,
Yeah, squirrel. Yeah.
bro. I almost contemplated learning how to do adding beads. I'm like, no, that'll just slow me down.
Are you insane?
No.
No, it's
But
Only if they're like big chunky beads. Put them on
Maybe
quick.
Some eyelets,
Tabitha could do that.
Hey, I'm number 3 on the leaderboard. Am I not, Anne?
Not with beads, though.
No.
You
Or
are
but speed knitting.
number
Is she number 3?
Where
Where am I?
3. She is still at 57, which is number 3. You, Liz, are at 53. So you're number 4.
So you're right behind me.
Okay. But I'm ahead of Neil, right? Because that's all that really matters.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, by a bit.
So I'm thinking maybe some eyelet rows or something,
Yeah, that'd be okay. Yeah.
A little more
Yeah,
material, but not.
Then again, everybody can beat Neil when he's got a broken finger
Yeah.
Right.
because he's
Now's
not
the
going real
time.
fast. Yeah.
I thought about doing a murder knits. You did one, Amy, didn't you? Murder knits with eyelets in it.
Yeah, I did a couple of them.
I did one.
I did one with eyelets. I did one. The one that was alternating stockinette and garter. That was pretty cool, like how it came out.
Ooh,
It
That
like
was
a ridge of stockinette.
Right.
So I mean,
that was cool.
You can do it all kinds of different ways. Not that, I mean,
I
plain
did an eyelet
garter
one.
too, but I was trying to make it a little more.
I did an eyelet one after you did the eyelet one because you
Yeah.
gave me the idea.
And you
That's
can
probably
really
what I'm
wing
going
it.
to do. Yeah.
You know, it's not like you got to sit there and figure out the count or whatever. So
No.
And if you get
Nobody
it off,
cares.
just add one, just subtract one, whatever.
yeah, I mean, it's super forgiving. So
Yeah, like
and I'm just
Stephen
going to use
West
all the yarn.
says,
So
Don't stress. Don't stress.
you know,
if you have 6 too many stitches, just decrease them. If you need more
Exactly.
stitches, just increase them. It's
Exactly.
fine.
Whatever.
oh,
I love his videos because he's so like laid back. If
Yeah.
the stitch count doesn't match, don't care. Throw mohair at it. Like that's the answer to everything.
yeah.
Put some mohair in there.
He has a new shawl coming out tomorrow, and I kind of like it.
Uh-oh.
I haven't seen it yet. I was gonna wait. I'm debating getting that last shawl, the stepping stones or whatever it's called.
Yeah, the new one's pretty. I don't even remember what it's called either, but it's pretty simple. It's nice. It's a very wearable shawl, I would say.
Yeah.
And he
It's
does color
what's a four color fade?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think
Ooh.
you have to. You could use variegated. You could use anything really. You could
Not
use a
the one
solid.
you sent us the other day that I said was boring.
No, this one's coming out tomorrow.
Because y'all have ruined me that now
Is it-
it's like, that's not Stephen West enough.
Is it part of the modular thing? I can't.
No, it's not
Or
modular.
is it? It's a one. It's not one of those. Okay, so it won't be in my
No,
modular
no.
ones.
No, unfortunately, no. No, this one has, I think it's mostly garter, but it does have it's not a cable. What is that? Slip stitch detail? Yeah.
Oh, I like those.
And then the several, a couple of those throughout the shawl. And then the border is kind of cool. It seems
I guess I need to check Instagram.
it's not boneyard. It's not boneyard easy. It's in between boneyard and his new.
I mean,
his
'cause
other
the garter
stuff.
bit was just garter, and that still was a bitch. So,
Well, I know, but well, this one I think is different because he is intending for it to be a fade. So at least that
Right.
breaks up some of the monotony,
right.
I don't know that I would do. I don't know, maybe. And somebody asked him, well, it's DK weight, and they said, well, can I use a fingering weight? He's like, yeah, whatever, just
Yeah.
Yeah,
DK
Still
weight,
way
that
back.
that would definitely make a difference because that garter and fingering was,
Yeah.
that was brutal.
Yeah.
And I didn't even go all the
Yeah.
sections.
That garter
Liz
abyss did me in.
did all the sections, huh?
I didn't do the last one. All of the last one.
Oh, I thought you did. Well, you did more than me. I stopped at like section.
I think I because I was running out of yarn. So
Mine's still sitting there. I'm going to do something with it. Either stop it or add the last color and then do that for a little while or something. I don't know. But
yeah, I mean, it was cool. It was a cool shawl. But.
yeah, it's just
I frogged
big.
my mystery knit along from last year.
Oh, really?
Because I was never going to finish it. So.
Yeah, I need to frog that one. I haven't done it yet.
I haven't either.
But yeah, that one was atrocious. I just
I love the shawlography, and I didn't at first when I was knitting it, but I really like it now. But the last one, excuse me, shawlography
Well, I'm going to do the
station.
one. I'm going to do the one that he based that middle part of that shawl, did the new shawl with the braids. I'm going to do that.
Oh, yeah.
That's the part I like the most.
Yeah, well, that part was fine. Just the weird shaped sections.
In fact, I started it and I didn't like the colors, so now I got to frog it and choose new colors. But whatever.
I think Priscilla was the only one who finished that one.
Well,
Anyone else in our group did. Tara, I really enjoyed your latest episode.
oh, thank
Me
you.
too.
I like learning about the saints, their histories and stuff. It's really cool.
I'm still about halfway through episode 1. Sorry. I was watching it when all hell broke loose in the neighborhood. I had to attend to things. So
Oh, well,
That's
that
right.
is really important.
Amy had to step in and, bring notice to people.
I'm still like, and all of Knit-Night, I'm like, I get about halfway through and something happens. I'm like, I'll come back.
Well, we're just like knitting, it was like knit night, so, we don't
Yeah.
have specific topics. It's just hang out and knit with us, basically. I mean, usually it's Joe giving us animal stories. Which some are good,
Remember
some are not.
I threw a pig in the car and
I know. Oh, poor Joe
I need
Bob.
to ask her again, what was that creature that was in the trees that she told us about that time that she was scared of? Remember it had
I
like
think
the
it was a
claws?
goanna
Goanna?
or something like that, I think.
It wasn't iguana.
Oh, yeah, that's like a
No.
big monitor lizard. I
Yeah.
guess that's their word for it.
Yeah. And it was like in the tree, like she wouldn't go
Yeah.
in.
she couldn't walk past it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was laughing, again, listening to you guys. And Joe's like, yeah, I'm not sure about Murray, whether or not we're going to keep him intact or not. And, but we won't eat him. I'm like, well, what's the point? Eat the sheep.
Eat the sheep.
Exactly.
Yeah, they'll eat his neighbor. They'll eat his relatives, I'm sure.
So he's useful, or eat him. I don't really see much of a third option here unless you want to keep him purely for wool. But even so, you kind of want dual purpose there.
She doesn't eat any of her sheep. They just hang out.
I don't understand.
They're kind of
don't
like
understand
horses. They just are there and you're friends.
I'd eat a horse.
Look at your face.
You just like broke your friend in 8,000 pieces.
Yeah, you just killed Therese there.
Sorry, I would. I'm with the French on that one.
I don't think she's blinked yet.
I don't think so. Therese, take a drink of your beverage and then you'll feel better.
Therese, are you okay?
Just down it.
Opinions expressed, not reflective opinions of everyone on the podcast.
Sorry, I am from a part of the country where horses kill hobby farms. They just do. Everything's like, oh, I'm going to move out to the country. If they have a horse, they're dead, and they have to sell the farm because of it, unless they have some alternate means of money, which they just shovel towards the horse. I know that you're running horses professionally. They very much have real jobs, which is great. Love it. Working your animals, fantastic. But if you're
Do they pay taxes with their real jobs?
Exactly. Does your horse make a profit? Then that is fantastic. Do you have other means of income to support said horse? Great. Wonderful. It's these freeloader horses, and then you can't even sell them for meat. Can't send them to the glue factory anymore? Useless.
Nope. No, listen, Ann. Listen, if the stuff hit the fan, okay, and there was no alternative, yes, I would do it. I would try to find one that I didn't see his face or know his name. But if worse came to worse, absolutely,
I think there's
But
probably
we're
like
a long-
20
hopefully
animals
we're a long way away.
before that, though. To that point. There's like a whole list of animals you could run through before you get to
Right. There's an entire list of animals.
Oh no.
Exactly.
Well, the dog.
I'm sorry.
Well, the dog festival is going on in China right now.
Yeah. Unless it is such a bad situation that you don't have gasoline and therefore have to ride the horse, I would say.
Oh,
horse
see, there you
not
go.
the best
Now you're going to
for
eat your
somebody.
transportation.
See,
No,
if
you
I
don't
can
eat the
make it up for
transportation.
transportation, that's fantastic.
Am
Again,
I shitting
of course,
the
it has
pants?
a job.
Pants.
I mean, I think
God.
Molly's got a little more meat on her than most horses.
Not
Man, nobody tell Paisley that I said that, but
I know. I
Uh-oh.
know.
You're in
Molly,
so much trouble.
Molly is
You are in huge trouble, Amy.
Paisley's going to want her pictures back, Amy, just so you know.
I'm not condoning the eating of Molly. I'm just comparing muscle to muscle.
horses are
Oh,
well.
Oh,
and they eat a lot.
you
They
can't
don't
ride
like
Molly.
Molly. Just
I
saying.
think you could ride Molly in a pinch.
You're really
Maybe not
Where?
on your back, but you put a
Where?
wag.
To the corner of the room before her back breaks?
Molly be dragging you all over the place.
I don't think Molly's as big as you think she is. She
No,
would
your
be
little,
like
little wagon. Get your
footstool.
little radio,
Yeah.
your little red radio flyer wagon. Hook it to Molly.
Go.
Smooth sailing.
Mush.
Exactly.
Somehow I don't think Molly's
It'll take you a really, really long time, but
Right.
maybe if there was a dog sled with a bunch of other dogs, I don't know.
Maybe.
you're like 4 hours later, made it to the front yard.
Come, Molly girl.
It's like SpongeBob. 4 hours later.
I mean, or the actual huskies. You know, you could.
This chat devolved really quick.
But the Huskies are stupid.
We're eating pets now. Like,
That's right.
Hey,
We're not even a
it's
full half hour in, and we're
113 degrees here, okay?
want to go.
Yeah, I'm eating plants before I'm eating pets. So just saying.
what pet are you eating?
Moving my fan closer.
Lucy ain't got enough of that on
I think
her.
my colorway name for Tara could apply to a number of people.
Right. I have no skills. I'm trying to get some top 15.
You mean chicken
Pets in the
shit?
freezer looks like a.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Stop, Sammy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the. I forget. Are horses kosher? They're not kosher because they're
No,
not.
they're not kosher.
Oh my
So you-
God! Can you stop with the
But
horses?
Cats definitely not kosher either, and you also have that level of like, you know,
Sad part.
You'll just need to eat chickens. I'm sorry, just
chickens
eat
are kosher.
the chicken.
And
The saddest part of this conversation is that Joe's not even here. Because she would have words.
But fun fact: giraffes are clean.
oh, well, that's good.
You can eat giraffe. I wouldn't advise it. It's probably be chewy, but
I mean-
you could eat giraffe.
How do you know? You've never tried.
True. I'm just assuming it'd be lean, but
I mean-
yes, you can eat giraffe.
A lot of neck meat.
Yeah,
A lot of neck meat there.
because
How
giraffes
about we
are.
make Therese feel better and say horses
I
are a no,
know,
but
like,
zebras are a yes.
Really offended.
No, I
Yeah,
can't
we
eat
really
zebras
offended
either.
her.
But yeah, no horses, no zebras.
Did you know there used to be, like, back in the genealogical whatever, there used to be short neck giraffes?
I could see that.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, Therese, come back.
Oh no. She killed her internet over the horse.
We're never gonna
Sorry.
get. Ann and I
She's
are no
going
longer
out to
invited.
save the horses.
I
Ann and
don't
I are
have
no
any
longer
horses. This is a horse-free zone. I do
But
not
the
have
question
horses
is,
because of my prejudiced horse opinions.
But do you not have any horses because you ate them?
I will say that I
Or-
have never owned a horse, but I will neither confirm nor deny that I'm eating horse. So
I thought you couldn't eat horse though. I thought that was like one of those things that's
it is frowned upon, yeah. Except in France.
like I know here the
yeah, I
wild
was going to
game-
say, like, unless some Europeans snuck it in.
Because like wild game, there's only certain things you can eat at a wild game restaurant. You can't just go kill that animal and eat it, you know, sometimes.
Right.
I think. I don't know.
But the question is, are we going to eat the sharks before the sharks
Nope,
eat
I can't
us?
eat sharks either. Sorry.
Oh, they don't have scales, that's right.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
good.
yeah, that's right.
Gotta have fins and
Well,
scales.
not the sharks you have to worry about anymore. It's the orcas. I don't know if you've heard of the
Yeah.
pod of orcas led by this female orca named Gladys, who is attacking vessels in the Strait of Gibraltar. She
Damn,
and her
Gladys.
family members, her children and family members, are going after these sailing boats and like taking them out. Some race was going on the other day, and they took out like 2 of the boats. They know where to go to hit the rudders and stuff.
Oh my
So I don't
word.
know if she had some kind of incident with a boat sometime, but
Gladys got
I've
issues.
read like 5 or 6 different incidents with this pod of orcas taking out boats.
And like eating the people or just
No, just disabling the boat so it can't go anywhere.
let's keep this picture in this like orgo.
We lost Therese. I think she got offended.
You better go get her back, Liz. We're in trouble.
She might be supportive of the horses going after people.
That's true. I'll see. She's gonna come back.
I
Joe
mean,
Bob should be here soon.
I'm all about save a horse, ride a cowboy. I'm not gonna eat the horse, so
Let's see if she's messaged us. Oh my
I think when she
gosh.
slammed her laptop, she turned off the internet.
Probably. Yeah, I don't
Oh,
see
my
anything from
husband
her.
says he's on his
So
way home. Okay.
I don't know. I know our chat group's blowing up. Not surprised. None of us are there right now. I don't know where she is. Anyway, and have you got a lot of people signing up for Shark Week?
Yeah, I'm excited. I don't know what day this will come out, but it'll be pretty close on Shark Week. So get your entry in. Go
Absolutely.
fight, win. Yeah.
I'm
Check
not
out
gonna-
Politically Incorrect Knitters YouTube channel because they put out a video of the prizes and they're really cool.
They are
Yeah,
really
you got
cool.
my message right, man.
Yeah, and we also announced, so all of the main rules and everything are in Blocked magazine, but we are going to do an additional winner among the losers pool. The losers, the people who did not finish their project within the week, everybody wins because everybody gets stickers.
There's
But
losers. You can say losers. You can say losers. It's okay.
that's fair. That's the thing. I mean, everyone says I'm
Oh.
harsh. That's fair. I'm harsh. There's Therese.
You can call them the victims of the shark
sorry.
attack.
There we go.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Therese. I love you.
We're sorry, Therese.
Sorry. I fully condone saving the horses and riding a cowboy instead. Okay.
Well, and then my computer decided. My computer was so offended it crashed. What?
All right. I'll be
Hold
back.
on. Can't. Nothing.
Tell her I'm sorry.
Oh,
Anyway,
I lost something. Did we lose Therese too?
Therese said she'd come back.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Yeah, I think you shocked her with the horse comment, Anne. That
Well, you know what?
yeah, was
It is a cruel, cruel world out there. And, again, horses, great if they have a job. A+ on horses. But it's kind of like when people have chickens with their toddlers and the toddlers are like, I'm picking up this chicken. And I'm like, I've seen chickens gut each other, okay? They're not nice animals. Like, they're not cool. So
I will say
No.
roosters are mean.
they're not nice. Therese says, hey. Sorry.
oh, here she is. See if she's coming up. Yes, you're
There
back.
I am. Oh, there I am. Are we
I
still
didn't know if you
talking
got
about
so
horses?
offended that you left. Yeah.
No, I was like
We're chickens now.
leaving,
We're talking
and then
about
my
chickens.
computer decided to crash. So that's what I got for that.
Oh, okay.
That was karma.
Okay.
Don't be a smartass. Yeah. Who-
Yeah, my husband,
what
when he was in
chickens
the
are we
army,
killing
they
now?
would do the ones you name. My husband in the army, when they would go out on maneuvers and practices, they would have to bring wildlife with them, food, chickens or pig or whatever, and kill it and cook it. And his unit would always name it, whatever animal they had, and the other unit's like, how can you kill something you named? And they're like, really easily, we're hungry.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not. Yeah, no, animals are for us to eat. You know, we should start at the top, though, and work our way down. Just saying.
What's the top?
The top is cows. The top is pigs.
Oh, okay.
The top is
Okay.
fish and seafood and chickens.
Traditionally eaten animals.
And then, what?
Animals that are traditionally eaten.
What?
You're not talking the top of the food chain like human beings. I just want to make abundantly clear.
Don't eat human beings because they're bitter and tough and nasty. Ew.
Excuse me, this is not
No,
the Murder Knits podcast.
I'm sorry.
It's
I need
not
to
the
stop.
Murder Knits podcast.
Hands on a roll today, though.
Who's over here like
She hasn't covered cannibals yet.
Okay, I'll make sure. Okay, sorry. It's a me issue. This is not a you guys issue. Don't worry. This is no one else endorses this.
What, eating
You
humans? No,
realize
no one endorses eating
We've
humans.
got a bunch of followers and we're going to lose them all.
Right here.
Okay, whatever.
Oh,
They're all like, nope.
oh, please. They already know us. They watch
Anyway,
everybody's
there's
podcasts
hierarchies of
already. They know.
animals and some animals. No, that's true. I mean, they're
As long as
watching
I'm not having to
because
eat the bugs.
I'm
not eating
eating
bugs.
I don't. Mm-mm.
No, only mud bugs.
Yeah, mud bugs are
Oh
good.
yes, for sure. and they're cousins.
Yes.
Yeah, they're
The
larger
crab, the
East Coast
shrimp,
cousins.
the lobster, the
Lobster.
Yeah, they're friends.
Yeah, I worked with a Orthodox Jewish girl one time who wouldn't eat seafood, and the rest of us are like, "That's okay, because that leaves more for us. It's fine."
That sounds like an episode of Seinfeld.
She was an interesting girl. She converted to Orthodox Judaism and for her fiance, and we had a young girl who worked for us who wasn't the brightest, and went up to her and said, "Can you still celebrate Thanksgiving?" And she had to explain she was still American, even though she might be Jewish. So yeah, she could celebrate Thanksgiving.
And what did we say? Bless her heart.
That's right. Yeah, she was not the smartest, but very pretty girl.
Where did Amy go? Is she coughing up a lung right now?
No, she's
Probably.
cooking.
Ah,
Oh, she's cooking. Oh, she's a good wifey.
well, Neil's
I
not here to
pulled
make fun of
chili
her
out of the
knives.
freezer, and I'm like, here, this is dinner.
I arranged it so my husband grills burgers.
Nice.
So it's just like,
That's
here,
always
here's everything. You want to do burgers this weekend, don't you? How about Monday? Because I'm recording.
Right?
So, Anne, how is
Tomorrow we're
Molly?
having. Oh yeah, yes. Let's talk about
Great.
Molly and how we're not going to eat her.
Despite whatever muscular bits she has.
Even though she's buff as heck.
Aren't we all? Well, some of us. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to
She's
take a while for Paisley to forgive Amy, I think.
No, Molly's fine.
Yeah.
She's, living with my brother and their dogs. And she's actually gotten a little thinner. So all the exercise is good for her.
Good.
No
Still wish
squeezy
you
cheese.
could have her.
Good.
No, what?
Still wish you could have her in your
spray
apartment.
cheese in the can with the
Oh,
crackers.
yeah, true. That's true. She does lack spray cheese. I'll have to bring her. I'm like the sad parent who visits on weekends. It's like, here, Molly, have a basketball
Oh,
to destroy. I know
jeez.
this makes you happy. have some spray cheese.
Yeah, you're like a divorced dad. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
Take
Don't
her
forget the
to
pickles.
the park. Take her to McDonald's.
right.
Don't forget pickles.
So I see you're going to be on Block Magazine's podcast tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be
hot
there
dogs.
too, at least for a bit.
Yeah. So
That's exciting.
yep. So we're doing a bit of a Shark Week special. So that's exciting. Yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, I'm really jazzed for Shark Week. This is gonna be a big old
It'll be
thing.
fun.
And yeah, and I'm gonna be on the midweek hunt again on Wednesday.
Nice.
So
Okay.
well, that's fun. Yeah.
And Isom sold over 25,000 copies, including the donated one. So that's
Mhm.
really exciting.
At 1.6.
So that's very
now?
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hope
exciting.
Eric
I'm so glad
July
he did
is
that.
at Anime Matsuri because we'll be going.
So
So
jealous.
nice.
I wanted to go.
Are you
and I'm like,
going? I'm so
funny.
jealous.
My daughter is jealous
Yep,
too.
kids want to go, so we're going.
That's awesome. Take pictures
Yep.
with all the
Oh,
people.
I'm so jealous.
Oh, I'm so excited. My
That is
kids think
cool.
I'm crazy because I'm going to introduce myself as one of Carrie's knitters. They're like,
Right?
they're
And
not
you
going
have
to
to
care
say
about that.
hi
I'm
from
like,
all of
oh,
us.
they are.
Like,
That is going to give me instant street cred. I'll be good.
That's right.
Mhm.
That's right.
Oh, for sure. So you have to tell them, all the knitters say hi. We all love them.
We do. And we all supported him
We
and bought
do.
magazines.
see, I always
Carrie's
think
our
of it
gateway.
as
Have
the
you noticed that?
Yeah, she's the gateway drug. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, think of how many people Carrie is responsible for when it comes to the 9% of female audience Nerdrotic has.
Exactly. Probably 8 of the 9.
Exactly.
Right.
Why would we
True.
watch
They
them
look,
otherwise?
you know, I love that community so much. Fellowship. Because everybody support. I think I've said this before, but everybody supports everybody else. They all prop up each other, and they say, "Hey, you know, somebody." They'll be talking on like Friday Night Tights or something. They'll be talking about something. They say, "Oh yeah, Carrie Smith said that." Oh yeah, Carrie, you should go watch her. You know, they're always supporting each other and touting each other, and that's not something you see nowadays. You
I'm
know,
very excited
now
because
everybody's
Brie
like,
Larson.
Right.
I'm very
and that-
excited because Brie Larson has a new TV show, so I'm just waiting for them to start ripping on her.
Perfect.
I hope it's
Oh,
not about her feet, because that would be bad.
No, it's about that book that Chicken Lady talked about in her podcast.
Oh,
That book
yeah.
about, and it's Brie Larson is starring in it. You know, it's all feminism crap. And so
Oh,
I'm sure the boys
okay.
will have a lot to say about that.
Maybe. But yeah, and it's interesting too
Yeah.
with them, you know, among internet communities. I mean, out here in the wrong thinker knitting world, we kind of try to do it too. But I remember saying something about someone who was putting in a super chat to my brother. My brother listens to a lot of other nerd channels that aren't necessarily conservative. And he was acting like, no, it's bad form to promote your own stuff in a super chat. Don't do that. You're not supposed to do that. I'm like, no, really, they welcome it. If you say, hey, I'm starting a channel, or hey, I have a comic book, or hey, I have anything,
Mhm.
they're like, cool, check them out.
Yeah.
Watch their
Yep.
video, do their thing.
Yep.
And yeah, even if it's a
Yeah.
paid advertisement.
What are you doing, Amy? Here's me. You see posting, here's me. I'm here.
No,
at
and
me,
like
I'm-
when you get your Isom sweater or shawl, like when you got your pattern release, like you totally need to shill it.
Well,
like on
of course.
FNT and
Yes.
Tuesday night's main event where Eric July
For
will be there.
sure.
True, because so many knitters are there. I mean, we're all there, but
We're
They're
all there,
women.
but
Okay.
Their women might
their women might,
be knitters.
maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. They could learn.
That's right. Get on
There are male knitters, you know.
Very much
Well,
so.
and I've heard stories. I think Carrie has talked about how like she's been. Maybe it was when she went to Orlando. I think she went to Orlando last year. There was at least one
at Chrissy's
couple
house.
where. Yeah, I was like, oh, I know you from politically incorrect knitters.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That is so cool.
You know
Yeah,
what?
not
That's
my
awesome
channel.
though, because yeah,
That is very cool. I like the fact that we have so many people who are willing to just, not just speak their minds, but to help other people,
Right.
shout them out, help each other's projects. Like Jay
yep.
has his comic book that he got like 600% on his GoFundMe or Indiegogo. I'm just waiting for it to come out now. And Chad's
Yeah.
project was fully funded, and it's really cool.
Yep. And they all like the other day, Garrett was on, he has this show, Normal World, with Dave Landau on the Blaze, and he was wearing a Nerdrotic t-shirt, but then somebody else on another thing was wearing a Welcome to the Rebellion thing, like they all support each other. They all wear their t-shirts on their different shows and everything. Gary is like, Garrett has a new show. You need to go watch it. And he works for Gary, but Gary's still promoting his stuff on another network somewhere else that's totally separate from Gary, but they want their friends to succeed. They want their friends, and that's what's so great about it is,
Well, they know you can't do it on your own. You can't do it. You can't do it on your own. You have to have, a community and supporting the community.
Right.
And that's like what we do with everybody's podcast. We all talk about each other's podcast and all the good podcasts we like, because it helps everybody out and gets the word out.
Oh yeah,
And-
Amy, I got new viewers from your Instagram post yesterday, and people commented, "Oh, I found
We
your
did it,
podcast
Amy.
from Two Sisters in Some Yard."
But I didn't call you out like Cocky did. So,
Wait.
I thought about it though. But it's all good though.
No, but
You're welcome, Tara.
and
Sorry.
also that it's kind of the mentality that a lot of people like. I don't know how to say this. That they think of it as, well, if you're watching your show, you're not watching my show. I'm like, no, all my friends started knitting podcasts, and I
All
try
of
to
them.
listen to all of them.
Now there's too
It's
many
just-
shows. Now I'm trying to
I
keep
know,
up with y'all because you're so awesome.
And also, it's like, no. And then, perhaps there are people
really
who
too
watch
many.
Tara's show who don't watch my show, or maybe I'll push, or maybe I'll say something about Tara's show, and Tara's show that is their favorite show now, and they tell their friends. That's awesome, and that only helps me in the circle. Like, there's
Sure it does. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, not to be totally selfish here, because naturally, Tara, I think your show is great. I think you should succeed. But also, it's like, I am in no ways hurt by promoting your stuff.
Right.
Ever.
No, and I'm
Like,
totally gonna shill your stuff too.
Right.
Right.
Well, I think it's not just that though. It gives us kind of a community where people are less likely to go after someone when they see they have so much support. And it's not just support threatening your followers on Instagram support. When someone mentions our podcast and you mention our podcast and you mention our podcast and we do the same, it says, that's a community who's going to stand up for each other. So we're less likely to be called out on ridiculousness because they know there's people with platforms who will say something.
I think
Not that
it's
our
kind of
platforms
cool.
are giant, we're not like the knitting queens, but
Because like you'll see like bigger podcasts, which I don't really watch bigger podcasts because I never know who anybody is. But you'll hear people and they're like, "Oh, my friend," and it's like, is it really your friend or just somebody you follow on Instagram or whatever?
Right.
But when we say it, we genuinely mean like these are the people that we talk to at 2:00 in the morning, and
yeah.
we're not being facetious or my
But
friend,
I also,
has a podcast.
well, I mentioned a couple podcasts on that thread because they were people that I enjoy watching, and and they're not political. They're not anything.
Right.
They're just people, common sense people that I like to watch, and not even common sense. That doesn't even matter. It's just they're talking about knitting, they're talking about crocheting, they're talking about whatever, and I'm like, that's the kind of people I can get news 24/7. I don't want that. I want to watch people who want to talk about the stuff I'm interested in.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I recommended people that I don't know where they are. I don't know where they are on this political whatever. I don't care because they don't care. They talk about knitting, spinning, whatever. And that's
Yeah,
how
I mean,
your community, politics.
I don't care what a podcaster's belief is as long as they're trying not to force it down my throat or, say I'm not allowed to watch them because I might have different beliefs. It's
Right.
like,
I like when I don't know what people believe,
Yeah.
or whatever. I don't care. There are people that I'm friends with now that I'm like, I don't know their sexual orientation. I don't care. I'm
Okay,
glad I
that's
don't
not even,
know.
considering you're not planning to go to the bedroom with them, you don't need to know.
Right.
Exactly. Right.
All you need to know is if they like alpaca or mohair.
Right.
I don't even need to know that.
Or both.
What we do need to know is their opinion on horses. That's what all that really matters.
Oh, here we go. Eat or not eat.
Let's all agree we're team not eat.
Except for Anne. Anne is on
Except
team
for Anne. Well,
I'm on team eat if it came down to that. But I hope I never have to experience being down to that. So
See,
Yeah, because at that point you'd have to team ride. Would have to be no longer important.
right. I mean, I would say, sorry, I should just walk away from the eating horses concept.
no, it's not.
No,
It's
let's
kind
beat
of like
the dead
minimum
horse.
wage. We're at a certain point.
literally.
You go to slave labor because it's not worth it to make the product anymore. So I'm saying that if the horse doesn't have like a live weight value, that they become, and you cannot ride it or breed it. It's just useless at that point, and it's not worth anything.
But Ben, are you
Fertilizer.
are you assigning worth to creatures? That's what I want to know. Because
If it's making poop, it's providing lots of wonderful things for you.
Now, Anne, that horse could be the mythical horse that is the connection to Narnia, and then you go and eat it.
When has there ever been a horse that was a connection to Narnia?
It's a new chapter that it hasn't been written yet, and you don't even know. You just
Yes,
ate
Lewis has been dead a while,
Well,
though.
then there could have been a mythical chicken that's the connection to Narnia.
mythical chicken.
the chicken has to get on top of the horse and follow.
Well,
the
he's
horse.
probably on top of the goat that's on top of the horse.
So,
That's on.
yeah.
And then you would
But
never
are they
know.
all on top of a turtle? That is the question.
Or the
Y'all
turtle
know.
stacked really high.
Y'all know if we're all stuck in a lifeboat, Anne's going to have no problem eating whoever dies first, right?
Hey,
Just
Tara,
saying.
is it
I never
Tara, is
said
it
was
a giant
cannibal.
turtle with
Not
worlds
once.
on top of it?
Yeah,
That's,
because it's a giant turtle that's carrying the whole world.
Yeah, that's
She
a
knows the
mythology.
Yes.
That's why I
needed a
said they're
Discworld
all
person
on
here.
top of the turtle.
I needed a Discworld person here. Thank you. Not everybody will get that reference.
Well, it's not just Discworld. I don't know if it's Hawaiian or one of the other Polynesian cultures. They believe that.
Oh, no, I'm about to ruin your life. So the author Terry Pratchett has a series of books. What is there, 32 maybe, about Discworld, and they are, what would you call them? Comic science fiction.
Yeah. Humor, a lot of humor.
Yeah, and there might be some flat Earth element to it as well.
Yeah. It's like nothing you've ever. They're not science fiction like Star Trek or Star Wars or any of that.
More science,
they're not
fantasy
like Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter. None of that. But
more
they're
along
not
the lines of like
comedy.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Douglas Adams kind of type of science fiction.
No, but they are amazing, and I highly recommend.
As long as they're not like Ron L. Hubbard, science fiction.
No, they're funny. They're funny and not ridiculous. And we'll have
the aliens aren't trying to convert you.
No, just the one alien.
No,
The
no
head
alien.
alien.
No, they're amazing.
Did all of you guys watch that Shiny Happy People?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
I finished it a couple of days ago. I'm still
Yes.
thinking about it. Between that and the Scientology, to see how prevalent and mainstream cults are, it's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny today in my Facebook memories. It popped up a memory of when my youngest was like, I don't know, 2 or something. And we were at my friend's house, and she is the one that escaped the Gothard stuff. She wasn't raised in it the way her younger sister was because she's older,
Mm-hmm.
but she definitely had to deal with all of it as a teen, and then kind of got filtered through all the conferences and everything. And I think that's how she met her ex-husband, who was a total psychopath abuser. And just looking at the memory of the video, and like she's there in her denim skirt, it's just like you don't even she's totally not that person anymore. And it's like at the time I always just thought it was just a weird little church she was in, and then it wasn't until years later that she told me everything. I'm like, holy crap, why did you tell me?
Right.
I know. It's frightening the way that they treat people and the babies. That whole baby blanket training thing the Duggar mom did, and watching them talk about that. Oh, and then you just hit the baby.
Yeah.
And it's not just, just to clarify for anybody who hasn't watched the documentary, it is not the same as, okay, we're going to church, and at church you need to be quiet, because we do teach our kids to be quiet at church. So we work on it, and we teach them, and we bring toys for them that are quiet, that they learn to play with. No. This was, they put the baby on the blanket and purposely put a toy that they want outside of the blanket, so that when the baby naturally goes to the toy, then it gets smacked.
Yeah, or they had the older siblings call for the baby.
Right. It's not just a matter of let's teach the baby to be quiet in church. It is let's teach the baby that no matter what happens, if I put you on this thing, you are not to ever move, period.
It's about obeying.
Right.
And that's
about breaking their spirit.
Breaking their
spirit.
spirit.
That one woman saying her 14-month-old shamed her by not behaving. That's a 14-month-old baby.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
Well, Michelle said in that documentary, you have to obey mommy. You have to obey. I mean, she said it a number of times.
Yeah.
Well, in her autobiography, she has a whole chapter talking about it.
Yeah.
And
you obey godly husbands and godly churches. Not
you obey your parents, but not when they're like authoritarian, obey or else. Because what's the else?
Yeah, but I can't believe anyone supported them after it came out about the abuse with the brother and the sisters, and how they were only trying to protect the brother and didn't give a damn about their daughters. That just infuriated me. He got a stern talking to.
It was disgusting.
And then the state trooper who gave him the stern talking to was arrested for the same thing.
Right.
Shocking.
Well, and look, the now it came out that the best friend of Jim Bob, he has a restraining order against him from his wife and his son, and he's apparently an abuser too. And he looked like a normal guy in that.
Right.
You just don't know.
Well, what was creepiest about all this is that people I don't think people are catching that this was not a church. This wasn't Gothard's church.
No.
This was just his curriculum and his teaching, and it just sunk its claws into all the little churches, because I encountered it, and I was like, people are like, go read that Debbie Pearl book, and I read it. I'm like, what is wrong with you people? Like, I don't know what's wrong with you. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to hang out with you anymore, and you're not watching my kid.
Okay. And they showed that old man calling for a little boy to come up to be spanked on stage.
Yes.
That blew my mind.
That creeped me out.
What parent? How incredibly creepy and abusive this is.
Brainwashed. That's brainwashed.
Then Michelle Duggar claiming, talking about how the girls didn't even know what happened. He came to us. No, one of the girls came to them and told them what happened, and then they lied to Megyn Kelly about it.
Yeah, she tried to
Josh confessed on his own, and to make those poor sisters go on Megyn Kelly and deny it and act like they were okay with it, and that just, those girls are going to be messed up they're all going to be messed up. They all need therapy. But yeah, and the cousin talking about how Jim Bob would come to her and tell her she needed, to be educated and trained, and she knew better.
Mm-hmm.
She
Well, I'm
said she
so proud
confronted
of.
Josh about it, and when the abuse thing came out, the Amy girl did, and asked him why he didn't do it, why he had never done it to her when she was sleeping over, whatever. And he said he wouldn't have been able to keep her quiet because he knew
Well, I'm so
she was
proud of the one
set up
daughter
for it.
who's
Mhm.
essentially escaped
Yeah.
because it's hard.
Ginger escaped
Yeah.
too, and Jill's got a new book coming out. Ginger already had a book out, and I'm reading that one or listening to it. And I think it is impressive and a testament that at least Ginger, I don't know about Jill, but Ginger is still a Christian. She's
Yeah.
just, not obviously adhering to those beliefs, but it didn't break her
No,
belief.
her husband's the fire and brimstone against gay people, though.
About what?
The anti-gay people. Her husband
Uh,
is on his podcast.
And also, not to
I don't know.
derail, but these sort of weird cults of personality, like the thing that came out with the "I kiss dating goodbye" guy, that in a in the realm of this, but kind of that was destructive and stupid, and it messed a lot of people's relationships up. But it wasn't. It might have enabled this sort of other abuse, but it wasn't of this sort of abuse. And it was in the realm of, if you follow his sayings, it will mess you up. It won't necessarily lead. Anyways, whatever. I don't know how familiar I am with his stuff. But he came out a while after and said everything I said was wrong. I'm like, okay, fair. But also that he was an atheist now, and that it was because he believes in gay rights, and it was weird. Okay. His wife is now coming out with a book about how weird it was to be with him, and like stuff thrown away because what would people think of them if they had CDs and different stuff like that. So I don't know, there's a lot of weird stuff.
For sure.
That's true.
I don't know. I think there's more Josh Duggar stuff that just hasn't come out yet.
Oh,
I think so too.
Oh, I'm sure.
And
I
I
mean,
think
I just
there's
don't-
Bob's stuff too.
How has this Gothard guy not abused people? He never got married. He never had kids.
Right.
You're really telling me nothing?
Oh, he's abused people.
Somewhere.
He was abusing those girls at the
Right,
headquarters.
nobody said anything.
Oh,
They did.
If you're
that one girl did.
If you're a tire,
They sued him.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, a bunch of girls who had abused at the headquarters sued, and the church kicked him out.
Oh, yeah.
And
Sorry, Ann, go ahead.
No, it's all right.
That's just crazy. That's crazy.
I don't know. It's when anyone's focus is on obedience rather discernment, you got issues.
Right.
Okay? And
Yep.
that can sneak in even among well-meaning people, but even so, it's nasty stuff.
Yeah,
well,
I mean,
when
I'm what I consider a submissive wife. I certainly wouldn't be like Michelle Duggar, but I told somebody the other day, I said, well, Gothard bastardized the submission in the Bible description, because that's what everybody's like, oh, you're a submissive wife. I'm like, hold up, chick. Read the rest of the verse. Okay,
Yeah,
keep going. Where it says, husbands, treat your wives as you would your own body. So if you're going to abuse your wife, you're breaking your scripture. So no. It is not and just like the umbrella thing, it's like somebody, I forgot who it was, the picture of the Gothard's umbrella thing.
Oh yeah, with the over God and then the
it's like,
and then the wife and then the children.
We do believe husband and wife together under God and the children under us.
Yes.
But we're supposed to be a firm foundation for those children. And at the end of the day, if husband does anything that would try to make me do something to break God's law, I'm going to break husband's. I'm not going to be submissive. I'm going to follow God over any man. Period. Yes. So somebody said they showed that graphic to their kid, and the kid was like something about the way he was like, I don't understand why even there's all these umbrellas. He's like, if the umbrella is God, then there's no rain that's going to get on anybody else. God is your umbrella.
Right.
So then he's the umbrella
Okay.
for man.
We have a special guest who wants to come in. Should I let him in?
Are we letting Riff Raff in?
It's Pirate.
Oh, the penal
That's my
colony
fault.
person?
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying.
Hello?
Oh my God, look what it is.
There's a dude.
Hey,
Hello.
Pirate. Hello.
Oh, a non-knitter dude.
I was just happily listening to you talk about God and umbrellas and husbands
And he's like,
maybe you want to go check back out.
I was
None of those.
listening.
Yeah.
Oh, at least he didn't hear what was talked about before.
It made Therese mad. We're not going to say it again.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it felt
He's
like when I
probably
moved.
on Team Anne.
When I actually joined, it sounded like you were talking about some kind of murder mystery type thing or some kind of murder crime type thing.
Sadly, it was real life.
It could be considered that. I feel like it could be considered that. Yeah.
Shiny, happy people.
Also,
Yeah, well, it counted
also
for the murder knits. Summer
Yeah, it
murder.
does count.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, we should
Yes.
say
Summer
that
murder.
Chomsky is also one of Carrie's mods.
Yep.
That's
So,
right. For
and
the
he
program with
does
Carrie Smith.
podcast of his
So
own.
he's in the fellowship. Yes.
That's right.
Which fellowship?
All of
The
them.
Fellowship of the Ring.
The knitters. The fellowship of the knitters.
I would say
We
I'm
were
connected
talking-
to the fellowship.
We were talking
I
about
knew
Geeks
I
and
was-
Gamers and Friday Night Tights earlier.
Yeah. Did you
I was
see?
talking about today earlier in Carrie's chat when I said that like these people in the chat are proof that atheists and different Christians and non-religious people can all talk and have conversations. You know.
I'll get along.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah. There's no need to be hostile to each other, in my opinion.
No.
I think there's a lot of I don't know. It's even interestingly, even like people like Richard Dawkins are coming around. So he did a interview on trigonometry, and it was such a passive aggressive title.
Saw that.
Let me just find it. It was called. They've renamed. Oh, okay. It was called God, Truth, and Death. But his subtitle was Religion and Necessary Lie.
Whew.
So it was almost like he was basically saying, well, I'm not wrong as an atheist, but it's based on the destruction of Western civilization because of ideas that I've held. It's a necessary lie to now promote religion.
Right. And okay, Chomsky, this is again, I know you're an atheist. You are free to believe everything you believe, obviously.
It's a lack of belief, but yeah.
Yeah, lack of belief, but you know, all of that.
Believe the science.
Okay, it does drive me nuts when people are like, you know what makes for a really great society? Christianity. Not that I'd believe though, just those rubes that make things fun. I'm just like, what?
Yeah, I mean, I've been through my thought process over the last. Well, I think I spoke to. I can't remember which podcast I was on where I spoke about this, but so this is my approach to it. I do not belittle anyone's belief. If they want to believe in God, and if you believe in God, that's fine. I have no issue with that. I used to when I was younger. I used to think, oh my God, all these people are just like delusional. Mm-hmm. There's no proof of any of this stuff. And, I wouldn't say I was like a militant atheist, but I was close to it. Not that I'd actually take any action against people who are religious or anything like that, But I very much,
you were young. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, And my family was not very religious. Even my grandma, who did believe in God but didn't really follow closely any kind of religion. Although she lived in a Christian community, but She was there she was there as part of the community, not part of a Christian community, if that makes sense. So she was always active in the community, and she was always around people, but she wasn't the type of person who would be right, you need to go to church on Sunday type thing. And she wasn't really that kind of religion. But anyway, but my kind of thought process is, and really I think a lot of it's come from, well, just thinking things through, and I think like Jordan Peterson really kind of put it into perspective for me. And this is where I think the philosophy of like Christianity. It's not just Christianity. I suppose it is just Christianity, really, but there's different types of Christianity, obviously. But the thing for me is it's more of a long-term structure of ideas that are successful to produce a productive society that can continue through time. So if you have a set of rules like don't kill people, don't steal from people, don't piss off your neighbors, don't sleep with your neighbors, don't sleep with your friend's wife, all that kind of stuff. All those are rules that people can follow, which will produce a stable society that will reproduce over time. And my kind of thinking, and this is where Jordan Peterson kind of I had this thought for a while, but I couldn't quite codify it and explain it to people. It's almost like the stuff that is in all religions, really, is things that people can follow that doesn't self-destruct the groups of people who follow those ideas, if that makes sense. So as I say, I don't. Right. It's not that I don't. If people want to believe in God, that's fine. But I don't think the ideas, I think the ideas that were written down in like the Bible, are almost like ancient lessons of how to keep a civilization going that's been structured into a religion. So you guys will probably totally disagree with that, but that's kind of how I perceive the Bible or religious
I don't think it's one religion.
Yeah. I mean, the 10 Commandments are essentially what you just said.
Yeah.
The first 5 are about how you treat other
people. But a lot of cultures and societies have come up with the same rules without Christianity involved. Is what
I'm just.
But I mean, if you just followed the 10 Commandments, period, whether you believe in God or not, whether you believe in God or not, if you just followed them, you'd have a whole lot less problems. Period.
Yeah, and I suppose the thing is, let's say you followed 8 of the 10 commandments. Well, then over time, I suppose that it's a reverse kind of thing where actually people start realizing there's patterns of like not murdering people is good for everybody. If you have a civilization where you don't kill each other, that's probably good for your civilization, kind of thing. And then they've added rules onto it. If you don't sleep with your neighbor's wife, then you probably got a higher percentage of surviving and not being killed or ostracized by the society you're a part of.
Well, it's not about their consequences here, I think. Okay, so I slept with my neighbor's wife. Well, are you in fear of what her husband's going to do? Or are you in fear of what doing that would be for you? You know what I mean? It's like there's a different expectation of consequences, I think.
And it's
I don't think I said that very well.
Right.
No, I get it.
I would say that with a lot of moral law, that moral law is it overlaps, but it is kind of a different realm than legal law. That you have a society and you're like, okay, not killing people, good idea, and that should be a law. But that it's like well, don't lie to the guy next to you. It's like, oh, is this false witness in court? It's like, no, it's just regular. Don't lie to the other guy.
Just be a good person. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, if
Yeah.
he's a false witness in court, then that's a legal thing against him, that he's doing bad things for the legal process. That guy, there needs to be consequences. But there's also the, hey, and it's not even just because there's going to be consequences, because there will be consequences whether you want them or not, but there are internal consequences to being a liar, but there are also external consequences to being a liar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yes.
if you wrap that into a belief system, there are now eternal consequences for doing those things. It's not just that if you kill somebody, it's not just what the society will do to you or your community will do. It's now what an almighty power will judge you over, right? Judge you for.
Right. And that's the difference. That's the difference. So, there's worldly and then there's not worldly. So people who don't believe, they focus on we don't do any of this stuff. We don't lie. We don't steal. We don't cheat. We don't do blah, 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 murder, because of society's laws and morals against it. Christians take it a step further and say, we don't do any of those things because those are worldly things that we shouldn't do. And we are focused on the not worldly stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's not.
That's the difference.
I suppose it's not just Christians, though, is it? It's other religions as well.
Well,
in general.
I can
I know
only
what you're saying.
speak from my perspective. Yeah.
But ironically, I feel like over the last so obviously as you grow older, you learn more and more stuff as you grow older, obviously, and think about things in different ways and different ideas, and hopefully keep an open mind about different things. But there is the whole liberalism movement. I never understood the I never understood the objection to gay marriage. I never understand, and I still don't really understand it outside of a religious framework. If two people want to, I suppose this is where our opinions will probably differ, is if two people want to, I've always seen marriage as two people committing themselves to each other and producing a bond within each other that they're supposed to be committed to, and then there are legal ramifications outside of that kind of thing. And so the gay marriage thing for me was never really that much of an issue. But as you grow, as you see what's happened over the last 25, 30 years, you see how, I don't really know how to phrase this because it sounds bad, but there's a slippery slope of a standard that has gone downhill over the last 25, 30 years. So there's all these people who are saying, gay marriage will lead to this, this, and this. And I was like, well, it's just two people getting together and, committing to each other. Why do you care, kind of thing? But now you see why you should care, because all this fucking craziness that's going on is
I would argue
from.
that marriage isn't about the two people being together and being committed to each other. It's about the children that are the result of that union. And so,
Well, and
if you have
and
two
the
men together,
symbolism.
they ain't making babies. Or two women together, they ain't making babies either.
Well, yeah,
But
at least
I mean, what
too.
Amy said about the symbolism, but also, and again, difference of opinion, but biblical knowledge, I would say, as a Christian, is not knowledge created by mankind, because mankind has never been good at following this knowledge, even all the way through the Bible, where God's like, hey, do this, and people do this.
Nah.
We need a knowledge.
I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Right. We need a knowledge beyond ourselves. And when we're like, but why don't we change the definition of marriage that has been around since the dawn of time? And it's like, nah, it'll probably be okay. And then we're like, Bob, okay though.
Joe Bob.
Hey Joe.
Okay. Welcome,
Sorry.
Joe Bob. Now that you're here, And Tomsky's
I've
here.
got
We
my
have to ask.
PJs on. Look.
Wow, Tomsky's sweater on. Oh,
Now that we have Joe Bob and Tomsky here, we have to ask the question that they weren't here for earlier.
Oh God.
oh boy.
Would you eat a horse?
Oh my God! Can we not? I'm gonna shut my computer off again. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Not a whole one.
I think Tomsky would eat the crutch out of a low-flying duck. Sorry, did you hear me?
Yes.
I think Tomsky would eat the crutch out of a low-flying duck. The crutch out of a low-flying duck.
What the hell does that mean?
It's an Australianism. I can't translate.
Look it up.
So I'm guessing.
No, and it's from Southern Wales.
Yeah.
It would be something
Where
like
Ann is.
I would eat anything. I guess.
I don't speak New South Wales.
Yeah.
I think Tomsky would eat bugs.
Okay, but it's not just you'll just eat a horse in general. There were some parameters before Anne broke Therese into 1,000 pieces.
She broke me. She's
It
evil.
wasn't-
She is
It's not
evil.
like
She
you're not just going out in the countryside and just taking out horses, okay? The horse no longer has a use.
No,
And
Or a
who
job.
gets to declare that the horse has a use? Who gets to decide how useful
All
horse
horses
is?
until they die have a use.
My
They
cat right now is
Glue.
17 years old. He can't hear me. Do I get to eat him?
Glue.
No.
Glue.
Horses will
I
always
would-
make fertilizer. They
I
will
think
always
glue.
make fertilizer.
I think it's.
I gotta
eat
go.
a horse. I don't
I
know. It's a
gotta
bit
go.
harsh. I would probably use part of it for glue.
Yeah, glue. Me
Yeah.
too. I wouldn't eat a horse.
You're such a jerk. You are a jerk. You are a jerk.
Nope. Valid answer. If you're like, I wouldn't eat it though, but
You're a jerk too. You're a
If I
jerk
could turn
too.
it
And
into
I hope
something
I
productive.
like you.
I mean,
As I said before, opinions expressed are not necessarily the opinions of everyone involved in this podcast.
That's true. That's the truest thing that anybody's ever said.
You know, it was quite interesting because my stepmom owned a horse.
Joe
for
Bob, your
about
haircut
12
is so
years.
cute right now.
Yeah,
It is.
shut up,
Go
Tomsky.
ahead, Tomsky.
Get back to me.
Hey,
Let
stop
him
Sometimes I change
finish.
the subject.
Stop it.
Let him
Joe Bob
finish.
has
Come
a
on.
bob. It's so cute.
Okay,
You know, Joe-
let him finish.
Joe, it looks
Look
like a
at
horse's mane.
Look at us. Look at us. Look at all the girls here and Tomsky. Look at us having a knit night. How amazing. How
It is.
fabulous. And I've missed it all.
Tomsky's here.
Have you got your sunglasses on? Are you ready?
I haven't missed anything.
Got your sunglasses
I
on?
finished my increase round. We won't go into how long it took me.
I
Oh
had
my
to
gosh,
change
I love that.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, look at that.
That's
I
very
had
cool,
to
Joe Bob.
change
Tyra can see that
colours.
across
The
the
lady
world.
dye, the
Oh,
lady
that's
dye yarn had
beautiful.
no contrast. And look at this beautiful
Good.
grey. You got your sunglasses on, Tomsky? Look at that. Needless
That
to
is
say, I have
gorgeous.
not done my gift. I have not done my gift knit because I just got sucked into this.
it is very pretty.
Mm.
There you go, Amy. Oh, Amy's here. Look, Amy. I will say, while I remember, that I
Look,
did
you
not
missed
use the second needle size that was recommended because I think it went from a 4.5 to a 5.5, and that was my knitting is quite relaxed, and I did not need to go up any needle size for the mosaic knitting.
Amy's just telling us
Awesome.
what she thinks about us.
Maybe it's just talent. So yes, so I didn't have to change needles. It was far too loose, and the stitches were too loose and wonky. So how
I'm sorry,
talented
Joe.
am I?
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Amy. She's trying to
Amy,
show you
oh,
something, Joe.
Okay, I'm looking. Amy, what's that lovely piece of work you're working on? You're knitting on?
I'm knitting some of Tina's beautiful yarn. Can you see it enough? Can you? Can you see it?
Yes, I like the hand display also. I guess That is my payback for being so mean to you last week. And I'm sorry, Amy, I didn't realise you were on death's bed with the Ebola virus. And here I was being really rude to you. I'm so sorry.
No, notice she's
What?
not apologizing to Anne, though.
Oh no,
And the beast is here. The beast. I'm shocked you have time with all your Shark Week appearances. I'm really honoured to see you here today. You're such a social activist now. That's your new title. Anne Pinkover, social activist.
but purely for Shark Week. I don't care about anything else.
It's amazing. I'm so excited. I really am. I was doing math last night and I couldn't get the math to work. And I'm like, by Joves, I'm going to get this to work. You're in for a real treat with my knit, Anne.
Okay,
Oh, Lord.
I'm excited.
I'm
Oh,
excited. I'm excited for Shark Week. I'm going to finish 2 shawls. I'm going to get them ready and done for my shark. And I'm letting you know now it's a hat, and I'm sending you an email one day soon.
Alrighty,
I want those stickers.
sending them all the way to Australia.
That's right.
Oh,
Stickers
if you
are
send me stickers from there, I'll send you yarn. That's a fair trade.
Don't worry about the yarn. Stickers are a given.
Fantastic. I'm sure I can find you something to send from here to thank you for the postage. And Tara, oh my gosh, I watched your episode last night before I fell into a coma. Oh my goodness. I'm sure you've talked about it today. I'll have to catch up another time. You are so good. You are so entertaining, and I love learning about the saints. Here we are, atheist, learning about the saints, and it's amazing. I'm really enjoying it. Keep going, please.
No, I like the
Tomsky,
modern
you should
ones
watch it.
because it's so real. Like it wasn't that long ago.
For you to come up with a modern saint that ties in with all the things that happened during World War II. See, I was listening. I think it's incredible and it's so interesting. So please keep going. Please keep talking about the saints and just, I love seeing your chickens. The video reel was hilarious.
Oh,
You're amazing.
I'm so proud of it. I'm very proud of it. I figured out how to do it. I figured out how to edit and do all that stuff to this podcast.
And
so
hello,
I was really
Therese.
proud of it.
Hey, Joe Bob.
Yeah, I'm very proud of it. Hi,
Therese is
I
back.
missed you this week. It's been a heck of a week. Oh my goodness.
Ugh, yeah, it has been. Yeah.
And hey, Tomsky, are you going to be modding for anybody or doing any more modding interviews?
Do you mean about on Modcast?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't really planned anything else in. The work's been nuts, so trying to fit them in around work. And the 2 people I did have lined up for mods have given up modding, and one of them has gone through some like serious health issues. So they've basically they've backed out of all like online kind of stuff.
That's terrible.
So
You need to talk to X-Ray Girl. X-Ray Girl. That would be
I will do
amazing.
it at some point. The issue with it's she's so busy. She's got so many things on, and coming on a podcast with like hardly any listeners or viewers is like probably not worth her time at the moment. So I mean, I haven't even asked her.
Have Amy from Two Sisters and Some Yarn, because she's a moderator for Carrie of Deprogrammed.
Yeah, she shows up from time to time.
Hang on. I heard what you just said,
Oh, look
Pirate.
at that lovely email Amy's knitting. Yes, it's lovely.
You haven't even asked her, Pirate. So there you go. How about you ask her first?
No, I'd rather shit on her first and then, grow the podcast and she'll want to come on later on.
They have their own relationship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's at the moment it's all on pause at the moment because I'm just too busy. Work is absolutely crazy.
That's okay.
Today, for example, like I worked all yesterday afternoon implemented a bunch of changes, came into work today, and some idiot reversed them all, thinking that it was done outside of a change window and stuff. So, I'm on 3 projects, and I've got time for one, so I'm working all hours under the sun. It's just, at the moment, it's just, I just don't have time for it. So.
I think Pirate does. I don't think Pirate gets the 4th of July
You
off.
need to demand a raise.
Oh, yeah. Is there a reason he doesn't get off?
Yeah. Look, it's
mean,
why don't you get off?
What happened with
You mean
that?
treason
What
day?
happened with that?
Well,
So you're
feel
saying
like there
Oh,
was
can I
some
tell you
kind
my
of,
UK 4th of July
split or
story?
something? I don't know.
I was going to tell you my 4th of July story. Look, I'm all about it today because I've spent a few 4th of Julys in the US. One, I went to Montana, and that was fun. I went up to Butte, Montana, and I had the best T-shirt from the Blue Moon Saloon, so I hope it's still there. I need a new T-shirt. But another 4th of July I spent at Disney World in Florida, and
Wow.
Michael Jackson was in the lineup for Splash Mountain right behind me.
Wow.
Wow.
Very cool.
And
Wow.
I didn't know it was Michael Jackson. And I'm whispering to my mum, don't look behind us, because there's this very sickly looking man. His skin is really pale, and he was wearing a hat and a wig. So I thought he had no hair because he had a wig on, and he had an old man's like stripy shirt on, full sleeves, and suit pants. And I'm saying to Mum, a beautiful, lovely young woman with a stroller, with a push stroller and 2 little kids. And I'm saying to Mum, oh, don't look. The man behind us, he's very ill. He looks really ill. And we got home at some ungodly
in the Disney World line.
stayed until midnight. We stayed for all the fireworks until midnight, and we got back to our motel room to find out Michael Jackson was there on the news. He was on the news, and I'm like, are you kidding me? He was standing behind me, and I thought he was someone who had a very bad medical illness.
So what you're saying, Joe, is you were queued with a smooth paedophile.
I'm knitting, Pirate. I'm not talking to you. Back to knitting. Okay, that's
We're all
Sarah.
knitting.
Sarah, tell me your 4th of July story.
I have to mute myself because I start coughing when I laugh. So.
Oh, my husband just told me there's a big black snake in the garden, and I'm like, ooh.
No.
Anyway, my
Well,
UK 4th of July story.
You need to move.
Yeah.
You need to move.
If it's black, it's probably like
Just need a shotgun.
maybe it's a cottonmouth or something. I don't know. Anyway,
Not your
my
problem.
UK
You're
4th of July
recording.
story. I know. I'm like, well, it's not like my husband's gonna let me go out there and deal with it. Anyway, I had to go to the UK, well, to London for work, and I had to go for 2 weeks, and it just was timed such that I was there for the 4th of July, and because they have like a really big office in London, and so they have like an office cafeteria, and they had a 4th of July themed lunch. Oh my gosh, it was awful. Like, they obviously did not have an American plan the menu.
Mm-hmm.
So they served
Good.
chicken burgers, which it was a grilled chicken sandwich. I do not know what it is with the Brits, but they call grilled chicken sandwiches chicken burgers. No, a burger has ground meat.
Right.
If your chicken is ground, you can call it a chicken burger. But it has to be ground. I cannot tell you how many arguments I've been in with people over this issue. So they had grilled chicken sandwiches, no French fries. I'm like, these freaking French fries. And then they served gumbo, which honestly, Amy, I'm like,
oh, don't even start with the gumbo.
It is not American food. It is regional. It is Cajun food, but it's not American food. And there was no way in hell I was going to eat that. And they
Couldn't
do
do
it.
even
Couldn't
have.
Look, you
They
lost
proper-
Amy. You lost
I'd be like,
Amy with that
item
crap.
salad with your sticker salad. You'd be like, what?
Well, and they
Amy
I'm so
left.
offended.
like,
She's
where's
gone.
the fruit salad? But then they had no red, white, and blue cake for dessert.
What?
Because
No
you need
yellow
the cake with the white icing with the strawberries and the
Communists.
blueberries on
They're
it.
clearly
Yeah.
communists.
Communist, socialists.
And I'm like,
When we come
It was
for our
terrible.
knitting retreat, Pirate, I want my hot dog with cheese and mustard. Gotcha, mate? Gotcha? You got
they
it?
didn't even
Yeah,
have hot
mustard
dogs.
on hot dogs. Yes, mustard on hot dogs.
But
You
hang
can eat
on.
I
what-
think he's
honestly, when you come for the retreat, if it's
Yeah.
anywhere near me, you can eat whatever you want as long as you bring it with you.
What do you mean if it's anywhere near you? It's at your place.
Then you can bring whatever you want with you.
Okay. But
If
He's
you
no
can get
supplying
it through the
booze,
border,
though.
Can
You're
you
supplying
No
the
chicken
booze,
burger.
right?
eat on a plane? I don't know.
do you eat your hot dogs with the skin on or the skin off, Tomsky? This is a very serious question.
On.
with the skin on, yeah.
On.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who de-skins a hot dog?
You can take
I'm
them
not.
off.
I'm not
You can take
a
it off.
savage.
I never heard of that.
Get
What's
off.
he have there in the Commonwealth?
Yeah. We have hot dogs with the skin off for snowflakes.
You
Yeah.
mean sausage?
Well, tomorrow. No,
I have never heard of
tomorrow-
that.
Hey, tomorrow is the Coney Island hot dog eating contest for
Yeah, Joey Chestnut.
Yeah.
73
Wow.
and a half is the line.
Wow.
Sausage. You could take the skin off.
I
the
don't
sausage.
eat 73 hot dogs in a year. I don't know how he can eat it in 10 minutes. I don't get it.
He trains. I don't know how they
Therese,
train, but they
Therese,
train.
you just need to open your gullet.
He does train. Yeah, it's gross.
Um,
Really gross.
Well, if we could see you,
I'll see you
Tomsky, you could give us a demo.
I'm kind of glad we can't. Thanks.
yes. Yes.
Okay.
let's-
So,
yeah,
Tomsky, do you agree
You go first
with me when it
Tomsky.
comes to the chicken burger versus chicken sandwich?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't like chicken in a sandwich at all.
What?
No, I mean, well, I don't mind like.
Chicken
Right,
salad?
okay.
He's
So
never
hang on a second.
Oh,
Hang on.
Chick-fil-A?
Before you all go fucking nuts, hang on. I agree with you that like
Like he
ground
knows us.
chicken into a burger is right. I
Delicious.
don't like big lumps of chicken in a sandwich and call it a burger. That's not a burger. But
It's
I'm
chaos.
not.
It's not a
I'm
burger, it's a
Thank
chicken
you.
sandwich.
and I'm guessing.
Chicken sandwich.
I'm guessing, Tara, that the chicken that was in the in quotes burger was not like fried chicken. It was just like normal chicken without
Yeah, it was
any
just
kind
a
of
grilled
bread
chicken.
on it or no fried
It
on
was
it.
on a bun.
Grilled.
Yeah, it was
Now,
grilled.
for
It was
me,
on a
fried
bun.
chicken is normal chicken, but whatever.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
me.
So
I'm from the
that's
South.
my mind is like grilled chicken without a skin on type thing.
What is real
Ew.
chicken?
Yeah.
Real chicken. What is that?
It ain't
Oh,
fried.
grilled,
On a
grilled.
sandwich.
Yeah, which
No,
is fine.
fried
Weird.
chicken is
Like,
real
it's not
chicken.
a bad meal.
Real chicken is
But
fried
it's
chicken.
not.
Come on.
But it's not an
It is.
American 4th of July meal.
No.
No.
And to be
Fried
fair, if I was
chicken.
gonna,
Hamburgers and hot dogs.
Fried
if I was
chicken is
gonna do a fast food-
365 days. We don't need one day to eat fried chicken.
okay.
Mm.
If I was,
eat fried chicken
if I
every
was
day.
going to do a 4th of July
Every
thing,
day. Yeah.
I would ask an American what to do. I won't just
When-
make shit up.
When the gumbo came up, I need to know. Okay, I had to leave and go check
We're
on dinner.
fine.
What was in the gumbo?
I didn't
Yeah,
even want to
right?
look
Can I get? I'll,
because
I'll
it just
guess.
looked so bad. I
Okay.
think it was
Tomsky
seafood,
knows.
but there certainly was no crawfish in it. Maybe shrimp.
No.
Shrimp?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
guessing. I'm
Well,
guessing it'd be something
maybe.
like
Maybe.
shrimp, rice, peppers, onions.
Like a
Um,
paella.
Yeah, but more like
Oh,
a paella
somebody's
than a
been
gumbo.
watching Emerald, Amy.
Yeah, but
No, I just know what people over here call shit gumbo when it's not.
right. But you have to make a roux to make
Right.
a gumbo. So I don't
That's
care
right.
what you put in it. You have to make the roux.
As long as you have a roux.
Yeah, well, there was
Two-beer
no
roux.
way that they made a roux for a
No.
cafeteria.
Two-beer roux.
There's no way.
It's not
It's
soup.
a
It's not the
two-beer
same thing.
roux. It takes you 2 beers to make that roux. You drink the beer while you're making the roux. It's 2-beer roux. Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah,
I have
But
to
yeah,
say,
I was just
Tara,
like, that is not American food. I'm sorry.
Tara, if you came to a burger joint here or fish and chip shop here and asked for a chicken burger, you will get a chicken fillet burger. Yes, you will get a breast fillet
Yeah.
grilled
Yeah.
or battered and fried and then popped on a bun, soft bun.
Is there a pickle?
Yes.
Is there a pickle?
No. Oh God, no. The only people who do that is McDonald's, and I promise you, we
No.
flick them out and they're all over the car park.
Oh, I
Therese.
love
Disgusting.
pickles.
Therese, you're in a
I like
pickle
pickles
if you order
too.
one.
What?
You're in a pickle if you order one.
I'm always in a pickle. Okay,
Order one.
that's my life.
All right, that's
life
my
is in a
last dad
pickle.
joke of the
Okay.
evening.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thank God I missed them all then.
I did learn something, Joe, this week about Australian fast food.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
good.
Uh-oh.
So I don't know if you're on Instagram. You've seen that black guy Jordan. He says he's like the president of the Fast Food Secrets Club. He's adorable. And
I know who you're talking about, yeah.
And he does videos like he'll tell you all the secret recipes and everything from the fast food stuff.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Super adorable. Apparently, the reason McDonald's French fries taste better is because they use beef tallow
Tallow. Yeah.
Yes.
in
Yes.
the shortening.
Not anymore.
No,
Yes,
they
yes,
technically- they
Charlotte.
do in America.
Yep.
Charlotte can't eat McDonald's fries because they have animal fat in the oil.
He
Yes.
said in Australia they do not have animal fat.
Well, the rumor is that they do. So she will only be happy to have KFC fries. Yeah.
Because he said in Australia and UK and somewhere else they don't use beef in the.
India,
Oh.
probably.
No,
They probably just
Probably.
canola oil.
They don't use
Yeah.
beef in the fries over here. Pretty certain. There's no beef taste at all in the fries over here.
Well, they don't have a
You'd
beef
rather
taste
have seed
either.
oils that will kill you.
The
Yeah,
beef
that's great.
tallow.
I killed the X-Men. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Well,
they're not
there's
using
no
straight
when
tallow.
we need her.
There's no beef taste in marshmallows either, Tomsky, but Charlotte won't eat them because they have the gelatin or rennet or whatever that's used from beef. Yeah.
Correct. That's why I
Okay,
don't
that's what
eat
you're
those
talking about. All right,
marshmallows.
okay, fair enough.
So they sneak it in, that beefy stuff.
Well, it's a gelatin. Everything that's marshmallow is a gelatin. You can't
Gelatin,
yeah.
make gelatin without. You can't make marshmallow without gelatin. So the only
Yeah.
kosher marshmallows either use a vegetable thing, or there are a few marshmallows that use beef gelatin, so I can eat those. But I can't
Okay.
eat like Kraft marshmallows because those are pig.
Yeah. Yeah. What was I going to ask?
That's
So
why I
I'm
can't eat it
sure.
because it's not clean.
Do you all like your porridge lumpy or like hard or sloppy when you make porridge?
Define porridge.
Like
Oh,
oatmeal?
rolled.
Well, let me go back
Rolled
to 1932 and think about this.
I eat
Please, sir,
porridge.
can I
I
have
love
some more?
porridge.
I don't make porridge, I make grits.
Oliver Twist.
Yeah, I eat grits.
No, not
Grits.
grits.
Okay,
I've
make
had
grits.
grits.
What
Grits
kind?
and corn.
Oatmeal?
Or like cream of wheat.
I don't like sloppy grits either. I sort of like my grits a bit chunky too, well cooked.
Yes.
But I'm just wondering, when you make like porridge for a cereal with milk and maybe sugar or something healthier on top,
Yeah.
do you like your porridge wobbly like a custard, or do you like it sloppy like a custard? No, I'm talking custard now. Like, a good hard porridge is like wobbles like a Jello, or sloppy like a single custard. How do
What
you
grain
have
do
your
you use in your porridge?
oats? Rolled oats.
Okay.
You boil
So
rolled
oatmeal.
oats to make
Oh,
porridge.
see, I use the steel
Oh.
cut. Yeah.
Oatmeal. So, but how do you cook it? Do you cook it like? Do you like it chunky or do you like it sloppy?
Hang on a sec. Hang on. I've got something, Therese.
And
I'm
I
going to
do
share
them
my.
in the Instant Pot. Go ahead.
Hang on. No, sorry, Liz. I'm going to share my screen. One sec.
Okay, I don't know what
Okay.
to do.
Put it into the show as click it in as a.
I don't eat oatmeal,
As a-
Joe, so
I don't know how to do that.
Just you see, it's at the bottom next to my name. There should be like a screen with lots of
Yeah.
images on it.
Just add that to the stream?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
here's
Okay.
the porridge.
Here we go.
okay. So it's
Okay.
oatmeal with
Yeah.
fruits.
Yeah, it's oatmeal.
I eat it with
Which
fruit.
type-
Oh
Okay.
yeah, porridge.
Yeah, oatmeal.
Yeah. Oatmeal. Okay.
So I guess
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
talking
This.
about
Yeah.
this versus
Yeah.
like this, right?
Well,
Right.
yeah,
The
that
second
kind of
one.
looks grainy and lumpy.
The
Yeah.
second
That looks
one.
too
No,
healthy.
that's it.
Well,
Yeah.
what about that one?
That one. That's how I
about
like
right.
it. Yeah. That's how I like
No.
it.
It's
That looks like baby
No?
poop.
too mushy.
So what do you prefer
Yeah.
that one then?
No, that looks gross too.
Oh, yeah. It's got to stand up on its own. So when you
No,
put the
I
milk
do
on
the-
top, it doesn't disappear. And then you can you can eat away from the
just
edges
move
of
it with
the
your
bowl.
spoon. Just move
No.
it with your spoon.
Yeah, I like that
It's not a
one.
big deal.
Right there.
I like that one.
If
But I
it's
put
too
dried
sloppy,
fruit in it.
you know, you wear it all over your clothes if you're old like me.
No, I need grits. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
you
know
don't
what
want it
nonsense is,
You,
but
you don't want it
Oh,
soupy.
yes. Grits are first.
Grits with
Yeah.
butter and cheese.
no.
Grits with butter and
Yes.
cheese,
And
yeah.
garlic.
No sugar and grits.
Garlic in there.
No
Yeah.
sugar and
Yeah.
No sugar and
no
grits.
sugar and grits.
No
Oh, I
sugar
put
and
butter.
grits. No. Never. Never.
No sugar and grits. Nope.
Butter.
My husband does, but I don't.
Never.
But he learned it from somebody who taught him the wrong way. He also likes cream of
No.
wheat though, so
No.
So I'm gonna
Yeah,
throw.
like semolina.
I'll throw a curveball with the porridge thing.
Well,
Yeah.
Right, in Scotland, it's a savoury dish, not a sweet dish. They put salt in it.
Oh yeah, I like a
Oh,
salty
that's
porridge.
probably where we got the butter and
Yeah.
the grits
Yep.
mhm.
I also
Yeah.
believe
because of all the Scots who moved to the south.
Yeah, probably.
I do like salty porridge. Yum.
It is. It's salty corn grits with butter and cheese.
I gotta see if I can find some grits here.
It's delicious.
Oh,
And then we
now
can
I
have
wanna
a-
go get
They make
grits.
like whole meals out of it. Like they make shrimp and grits. So it's like a whole meal.
Shrimp and grits is
Shrimp and
awesome.
grits.
I love
I make that.
shrimp and grits.
Here's a question:
make
how
that.
long does it take to cook your grits?
I have no idea. I don't cook
Couple
it.
minutes.
I eat it out.
Couple
About-
minutes.
Yeah, 7 minutes. You don't ever do instant. Instant is bad.
I do instant because I'm lazy. Sorry.
Well,
gross.
no, I do quick ones, not the instant.
depends on the brand. Yeah.
I do instant because I'm lazy. But yes, but real
Oh.
grits, yeah, less than 10 minutes. But instant, yeah, like a few minutes. But
The quick ones are like 5 to 7 minutes.
yeah.
Does anyone get the cultural reference of how long it takes you to cook your grits and why that's important?
Yes, I do. Why do I know that? That's from Big Lebowski?
Nope.
No,
I
why
haven't
do
seen
I?
that
Oh,
movie yet.
Vinny.
Sorry, Tab, but no, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, you're talking about my cousin Vinny?
my
Yep,
cousin
yeah.
Vinny. Yeah. Now I remember.
I love
I
that
haven't watched
movie.
that yet.
Oh, my
You
cousin
haven't
Vinny.
seen that one?
Yes.
Oh, you need to watch that. Marissa
Remember I
Tomei
watched
is
that long
perfect.
ago.
Oh, I've seen my cousin Vinny. Yeah. I
And
thought
I
it
was-
was
I
the
was
She was
Big
so
Lebowski.
good in that.
I haven't seen
And Pirate's like, just keep watching it. Shut up and keep watching it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course. Yeah.
I was like, was this movie about a can of tuna? What is happening? And he's like, shut up, just keep watching it.
It's a great movie. Great movie.
It is.
Have you seen The Covenant yet? That came out on Prime
Covenant, no.
No?
Hmm.
with Jake
I didn't
What is
Gyllenhaal.
that?
Oh, it was good.
Is it
It's
scary?
Which one is
about
that?
The Covenant. I found it on Prime on my Amazon Prime movies this past week. It's got Jake Gyllenhaal, and it's just like a little army military movie about
No, I
Afghanistan.
haven't watched it.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, it was quite good. I give that one a thumbs up, a couple of stars.
Good.
We watched Highlander the other night. I
Hey,
haven't seen that since probably the 2000s, early 2000s.
I like Highlander.
My daughter was not impressed.
What?
You have to watch. See, you watch the first one, and then you watch the second one, which changes the canon of the first one. And then you
Oh.
watch the third one that ignores the second one. And then there's the TV series that kind of ignores the third and second one and goes back to the first one. And then there's 2 sequel movies in the 2000s that just totally changed everything.
See,
But there's good-looking guys with swords, so and kilts.
my parents watched the show. I've only ever seen the first movie, but I'm watching this film and I'm like, this is secretly a chick movie. Like it really, really. Like, no,
Yeah.
this is a big butch movie. It's guys with swords and they fight each other to the death. And I'm like, yeah. So the hottie, the main guy, falls in love with this absolutely perfect chick who's both a meteorologist and like a forensic pathologist somehow. But she's written a book and she's like 28. And yeah, the ancient dude is falling for this chick. You're like, yeah, this makes perfect sense. And he's going to save the day. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
the soundtrack
the only movies.
is phenomenal.
Oh, I know, because Queen did the soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's the only movies that Sean Connery did more of, other than James Bond. Like every other movie was one of a kind. Sean Connery, he was in the first two Highlanders because death doesn't matter on the screen. Because you can have your head chopped off and come back in the next movie because they changed the canon.
Hey,
It's like a soap opera. Yeah.
well, okay, so I don't know if I said this before, but my I got Buffy the Vampire Slayer to watch with my brother and his wife because why not? I've never seen it. So we sit down to watch it and we realize and we're like, okay, we're missing something. So we go and we rent the first movie quick, and then we're like, they change a lot just between.
Oh, they do.
Happening.
Yeah.
Pirate.
Pirate.
What are you doing, pirate?
I think he's being murdered.
Sounds like it.
I'm sorry, this is not the Murder Knits podcast. If you would like to be murdered,
No,
you'll have to
you
wait.
can't be
till
murdered.
Charlotte-
You cannot be murdered on our podcast.
Right. Don't call the police.
Physically
It's
painful.
okay.
You know, just laughing. But
He'll look after himself.
it came out in like '93 with a different actress who played Buffy. And
Yeah,
then they did a TV show in '97 with Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yep.
Like rebooted the whole thing. Before. That show is really.
Okay,
Other vampires, it's
Tom,
really.
your audio stinks.
Oh, just saying.
Oh, does it? Oh, okay.
Sorry. We can't understand your British accent with the static.
I didn't realize.
Nobody here has an accent except for you.
Is that any better?
Yeah.
Little.
Yeah, a
It's
little
Well-
bit. Yeah.
I don't know. You need to keep talking for a little bit longer so I can see if I can zone you out or not. Go.
there he goes.
Oh,
That's
you left.
perfect.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Oh, Joe Bob's been here 5 minutes and Tomsky's gone.
Oh, you've been here
Good
longer than
boy.
5 minutes.
Yeah, he'll probably.
Oh, it's
Okay.
okay. It's okay.
It was fun when he popped in.
Yes, it was.
Oh, yeah.
It was very fun.
And he
This
didn't make
Is he
fun of
talking
Minnie.
about me? Do I have
No.
to give him any grief? Oh,
No.
good.
No, it's fine. This was the goal when we started this back in 2 years ago. We wanted to have where people can pop in. Everybody, oh, you want to come? Sure.
Yeah.
We'll send the link to everybody. It's not an exclusive club. It's knit night,
No.
like at your local yarn store. Anybody can come. You sit down, you do your shit, and you do your stuff, and then you just talk. That's how it is.
Yeah. It's good to catch up with everyone. It was lovely to meet Alyssa.
It
Yeah,
was.
I'm
She's
gonna
very
have her
sweet.
whenever you guys want her on. I'll invite her and she can come on. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. She got me thinking about Tunisian crochet too, because she mentioned
Ooh.
that for something, a project, and I thought, oh, I wouldn't mind doing a Tunisian crochet blanket.
That would be super warm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I
it's
did
super
I
cold.
did a dishcloth, like a little dishcloth in Tunisian crochet. And I was like, yeah, I could probably do some more, in the midst of all my other Now we're
projects.
focusing on Shark Week, so we have to be
I
focused.
am so excited for Shark Week.
I am.
I haven't even have yarn. It's called Jaws. I mean, how perfect is that?
I don't have appropriate yarn. I don't probably have an appropriate pattern, but I'm still gonna try. You know.
Everything's appropriate. Ask Ann.
Yeah.
A scan. Hey, maybe I could do like a horse themed thing, and then Anne will like it because she's hungry. I don't know.
Hey, I saw.
I'm kidding. Of course, I'm kidding.
I'm going to call
Only
out Jean
sharks eat
Ellis.
People eat horses, so you know.
Okay,
I'm
Joe Bob,
calling
what's
out-
Job.
I'm calling out Jean Ellis if she's ever watching. She may not do. I just saw her comments underneath the politically incorrect knitters podcast saying, "Could she make a headband for Shark Week?" And I'm like, "Girlfriend, you can knit a headband. Doesn't matter. You can knit whatever you feel like knitting for Shark Week. But you know, welcome to the pity party if you don't finish it. Welcome."
I'm not in the pity party. I'm not.
I'm gonna finish.
So I gotta find out what I'm gonna do.
Well, we all want to know. Anne is the only person
Anne
who
wants
needs
to
to
know.
know. Yeah, Anne wants to know. So you just
Ann
send
knows
your
what I'm
email
gonna do.
to the base, and she's the one who's going to call you out when you haven't finished it and shown us the finished
Oh,
product.
I
And
will
yes,
finish it. I will finish it. Don't you
I am
worry.
going to be doing. I'm going to be doing America time. I'm not starting early. I'm not finishing early. I'm going to start on the same time as y'all. It's going to be fun.
You should do. You know.
Now we're doing it based off Eastern time, right, Anne?
Yep, Eastern time.
Eastern time.
So
Oh,
I can start at 9.
Maybe
Cool. But I have to finish by
I
9.
can-
do this.
I'll stay up late and start
Maybe
casting
this-
on at 11.
Maybe this. Maybe. I don't know.
I can cast on at
Oh.
9, but then I have
What
to
is that,
finish
Doc?
by 9
Yeah,
the next
maybe
Tuesday.
this.
So
Maybe. I don't know.
that's pretty.
I'm just
Oh.
looking up hand knit. Hand's fun. Maybe it'll be a
person
cow.
who
Maybe
has
it'll
the
be.
yarn.
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
The person who
Well,
says
I'm
she
so-
has no yarn just has all those skeins there.
I'm so excited I wound up.
Ooh, pretty.
Look at you.
I like that.
Girl. Ugh.
I'm knitting one of those right now. It's in a Dawn Court from Weird Sisters Wool. They're sort of thorn and
Of course,
roses
it's in
colorway.
my
Bag and everything.
chocolate bag.
Of course.
Yeah, I still have to wind.
I haven't wound mine.
Isn't winding the worst? It is the worst thing ever. It's so boring. It's so ridiculous. Like, can I just knit? No, you have to do all this other stuff before you can knit.
Oh, one of my children likes
my
to
colors.
come in. Like I'm in the middle of winding, and he has to come in and take over, and then he does it really fast, and then stuff flies all over the place. It's never a good thing.
Colors are so pretty, Liz.
It's the
Thank
worst.
you. This one's called Jaws,
I love
which I
that.
had to.
Oh, that's
because Jaws
pretty.
is my second favorite movie of all time. So
Jaws,
I have to
really?
do that. And then this one is Drive-In Theater, which I don't
Ooh, I
know.
like that.
And this one
Oh,
is
that's pretty.
Cold as Ice.
Ooh.
I had a huge coupon for Earth Empress fibers, so I used it. Because she makes really pretty colorways. Like, she's on Etsy. And she has some stunning speckles. So, it should be fun. I'm excited. I'm going to stay up all
I'm
night.
excited. I
Shark
just gotta figure
documentaries
out,
and knitting.
you know.
I told my family I can't be bothered. I'm knitting. So
Yeah, leave me alone. No, I can't. I hope so.
Shark Week, busy.
I know. David just informed me that he has a bunch of doctor's appointments, and they're all during Shark Week. So,
Fun.
yeah, but it
We
might
should be
be
knitting in the waiting room.
it might be okay because there's waiting and there's driving and there's he can drive, So I'm like, okay, I'll knit while you're driving, and then I'll sit and knit. So it might be okay.
Yeah, that'll be good.
I'm thinking cowl or bandana or something like that.
Telly Bean Knits has a new bandana out. I saw. It looks really cute. She has a bunch of different bandanas, and a lot of them are color work, but you could do them all in one color.
I'm doing everything in one color, hand spun, DK to worsted weight. That's it.
Nice.
Okay.
So you're not going to do a Pinguano station?
Oh, well, listen.
And Shark Week?
Here's my list of stuff that I want to do, and you can't see it, and that's okay. But the thing that's crossed off is the Pinguano, because Joe Bob said we're not doing that this year. Okay, so now I can focus on the other 19 things that I want to do.
I didn't say I'm sure I did not say we're not doing it. I said it wasn't
listen
a
to
priority.
me.
Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda.
Listen. Oh, where's Alyssa when you need her? Her cat's
I'm
named
neutral like
Alyssa.
Switzerland. I'm not part of this.
Disclaimer.
I'm sure I said it's just not a priority. I'm sure I said that.
Right.
You also said that Therese is going to be sad when it gets cold if she doesn't have one.
We will. I get it.
But she's not remembering that either. Oh. No, it's 113 degrees here, and my air conditioning is not keeping up with it.
Oh, God.
I don't know how ACs do keep up with it.
They don't. Well, the big companies, they have multiple ones, so... But we just have one, and the house is kind of old, so.
Yeah. Our
It was
AC.
fun that everybody came. Can't believe we've already been going 2 hours.
Oh my God.
So none of y'all complain when our podcasts are long, because y'all are.
Well, because we just talk and talk and.
I'm not complaining. My kids, they're like, when are you going to be done? Like, why? We want to do something with you. What?
Oh,
and then
nice.
the smile on the face comes on, and I'm like, do you want to beat me up on Gang Beasts? Like, no. And I'm like, you got a big smile on your face. Yes. You want to beat me up on Gang Beasts.
Okay. I've heard your kids on chat. I know how they are. And you are held captive by them, my friend. And that's okay. You know what? That's okay. Because you
enjoy every minute of it. Enjoy every minute of it because they're going to grow up.
It's okay.
Gang Beasts is a fun game, I will admit. It's fun. And there is a Jaws one. I don't know if any of y'all have seen this game, but basically, you just have these scenarios where you just beat each other up.
Okay.
And you try to, kill the other or knock the other person off, whatever, the top of the building or whatever. And there's one scenario that is on a ship. And then there are sharks that come and attack you. And then the ship ends up, sinking. It's funny.
Perfect for Shark Week.
It does sound for Shark Week. I can't wait to watch Jaws. I've been wanting to watch it, and I've been holding off to watch it during Shark Week because then I can knit while I watch it. So
Sorry, I had to go eat dinner.
Okay, even though it's my
wow, you woofed that down.
Little piece of salmon and some zucchini.
There you go.
Zucchini is the best. Yay.
We lost Pirate.
Yeah, audio is really bad.
Yeah. Well, what is it? It's
3 o'clock in the morning or something.
In the middle of the night.
3 o'clock in the morning, yeah.
And he doesn't get tomorrow off, so.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because that was the original Brexit. Yeah.
Yeah. Tomorrow is Treason Day.
Treason Day. Celebrate.
You know, it was,
America.
That famous Thomas Jefferson quote. This is due tomorrow.
Right? Yeah. You better pull an all-nighter, buddy.
And I will be having proper burgers tomorrow, Tara.
We're having them tonight. I
Thank
can
you.
smell them. We just put them on the grill.
And no
so,
gumbo,
and made
right?
of meat.
No.
And they're made of meat.
Okay.
The ground beef
Yeah,
that we
like
got
who makes
from
gumbo in the middle of
a
summer?
ranch in Utah.
No, gumbo's a winter food.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait, you
That's
guys
like-
need to talk about the gumbo thing. Yeah.
Yeah, gumbo, not a summer dish.
No.
In any way,
No,
shape, or
that's
form.
like winter, February. February at the latest.
I mean,
I
red
would
beans and rice and jambalaya, yeah, during the summer, but not gumbo. I don't know why it's different. It just is.
It's like heartier. It's more, you know,
It's hardier.
cooler.
I think it is hardier. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not going to say nothing about gumbo because I made gumbo for a Cajun guy, and he told me that it reminded him of his meemaw, and I'm still living. I'm still living on that compliment. That's
Oh
what
yeah, that's a
me
compliment.
every day.
That
Still
is.
chasing that high.
Wow.
Hmm.
So that's what fuels me every
That
day
is
of
a
my life.
compliment, very much so.
Yeah. So it's all good.
Yeah. My battery's about to die.
I miss turkey burgers.
All right.
I wish we had turkey burgers here.
Who?
Tom,
Usually,
yeah.
What'd you say, Joe?
I miss turkey burgers. There's no one that really no fast food or restaurants that ever have turkey burgers.
No.
You know,
Not
I haven't
here.
had
I
a
love
turkey
them.
burger in a long time. And I
No,
like turkey burgers.
I love them.
you're fine.
I
Yeah.
haven't made turkey cutlets in a long time. I used to make that, especially when we first got married, because it was cheap and we were poor. And
yeah,
I
I don't
turkey
see it in the
cutlet.
stores very often.
Yeah.
No, it's not as cheap anymore.
Not at all.
Liz, I think Tomsky's waiting to be let in.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
No, he's
good.
trying
Bring
to
it
come
back.
in.
He's back.
Hello.
Bring it back.
Hello.
Bring it
Hello.
back. Bring it back again. Bring it back.
I'll have to tell my
We're gonna
husband
have to
that we'll
end.
have to make turkey burgers with one of our turkeys someday.
There you go. Got to get a meat grinder.
Oh, we
Here
have a
he
meat grinder.
is.
Tomsky.
Here he
There he
is.
is.
Pirate.
Where'd you go?
I think he's trying to speak to us. It's like really, really low.
It's like listening to ghosts.
What time is it there? It's like 4 in the morning.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
Not really, Tom. Like just barely.
Can you
I'm gonna
turn
have
your
to end this
volume up,
soon
please?
because my
Yeah.
iPad's starting to heat up,
Uh-oh.
which is not.
Come on, Tomsky. You can do it, son. Come on.
You
Go.
can do it. You can do it all night long.
Oh, he's infected all of us.
Oh my
No,
God.
we're just all tired.
What about now?
We've been pirated.
What
Amy's
about
using
now?
sign language.
You sound like you're 3 miles away. What about now?
Can't hear you, dude.
Pirate. I can't hear
Oh,
you.
Amy, Tracer,
Okay, no problem.
on the
I'm gonna
Titanic.
stop. My mic is messed up. Oh, mic is messed up. You mean? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. It says it's turned off.
Okay.
Unmute yourself,
Yeah.
dude.
No, no, Tomsky.
Come back
Okay.
next week. Come back
Thank
next
you.
We'll see
week,
you
Tom.
next week.
Do we want to try to live stream next week, or what do we want to do?
That's
Do we want
fine.
to do it live so people
Oh,
can ask
heck yeah. Oh,
questions?
no, hang on.
Everybody can come.
Is Shark Week? Is Shark
Day
Week
before
on
Shark
next
Right
week?
before. It's the day before
Well,
Shark Week.
Oh.
No, it's Shark Week for Joe.
No.
She starts that day.
Oh,
No,
yes.
no,
Okay.
I'm on
Ann has to
America
be
time.
there. Ann has to be there.
Right, you could always have a pre-show,
Yeah.
or you could push it
No.
day
There
and
he
A
is.
pre-show?
Ann will have to
Okay,
teach
a
me how to do a
pre-show.
live stream on StreamYard because I don't know quite how to do that
cool.
yet. So,
Okay. That'll be cool.
but, yeah.
Last
can
last
chat with
words
us
from you,
if they want to.
Pirate.
Hello.
Pirate. Calling Pirate.
I don't think he's around.
I can just faintly hear that funny little accent like a leprechaun at the end of the garden.
I can imagine him a little.
No, we've lost him. He's on the Titanic. He's on the
Well, have a good
Titanic.
night,
He's a
Tomsky.
goner. Yeah, night, Tomsky. Take care. Have a good sleep. Don't let the bed bugs
Thank you
bite.
guys for
Sleep
coming.
well.
That's the
Thanks
sign
for
for
joining
pirate.
us.
If y'all
I
want to
think
know,
we lost Therese.
that's the sign for
We lost
pirate.
Pirate. We lost
Boat.
Therese.
Boat pirate.
I just go like this. That's my sign for pirate.
Okay.
Well, you have a whole other language for sign language, so I can't help you. I only know American. Okay.
Just called it this.
I don't know rude words. I only know rude words.
Where'd Therese go? Come on back, Therese. We won't talk about any more horses.
I'm here. Don't talk.
I think
what?
Tomsky
What
left
the
us.
hell? Why are we talking about horses?
I said we
Tomsky,
wouldn't.
Horses
talk
are
about
majestic
Do
creatures.
not eat horses.
and some people find them tasty.
Don't eat horses.
Joe, I'll
Therese.
teach you the bad words if you want.
What?
All right. Thank you, ladies, for coming and joining us. You're always welcome
We're
anytime.
leaving? Oh, I just got here. Okay.
Well, it's been over 2 hours. My iPad's
No, I
heating
know.
up.
I know
I
my
want it to
bad.
die.
It's fine. It's fine.
Thank y'all
If
for
it dies,
having
then we can't save this. So,
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for
love
having
you,
us.
Joe.
I know.
Not
Thanks
this.
for
Come on,
having
Love
girls.
you
Not
girls.
this. Not this. We don't sign this.
We'll see you guys tomorrow on Ann's stream with Neil.
That's right.
Yay.
Yeah, the
Okay.
block. What time is that, Ann?
I'm definitely gonna watch.
It's at noon central.
We'll watch Ann.
Okay, so 10. Okay,
Yay.
so I'll have to
1 o'clock Eastern.
I'll have to be ready.
Yeah,
we all have to
definitely.
cross our
Okay.
fingers that Neil gets his, we all have to cross our fingers Neil gets the use of his finger back.
Yes,
Yes.
Oh,
for sure.
You know.
He needs
so
it.
it's not flopping around while he's knitting.
He needs that finger. Yeah.
no dangly bits, please.
But I hate a floppy
Can we
finger.
vote? Can we vote? Who thinks that from now on Neil should wear the mullet on his podcast occasionally?
Yes, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yep.
It's unanimous. It's done. It's over.
Okay. Well,
I'm
thank
gonna
you,
go
ladies.
and have
for
a
coming.
Vegemite
Thank you for
sandwich for
having
my
us.
lunch. Thanks for
Thank
having
you
us.
for coming, watching us, and coming back. We really appreciate all the follows on YouTube and Instagram. And thanks for Joe Bob making it all the way from tomorrow.
Sorry,
Even though
it was a bit
Tomorrowland.
late.
Yes.
It's
Happy
okay.
4th of July. Happy
We're just people.
Independence Day.
Yes.
Happy Treason Day.
The
The original
Brexit.
Brexit.
Happy memory
That's right.
of my Access Parks show.
Uh,
Oh, energy saver turned on. That means I gotta go.
Everybody,
All
keep up your
right.
knitting for Summer of Murder, and everybody get ready for Shark Week because
Yes. Shark
it's
Week.
going to be epic. Because I'm
Yes,
sure
it's gonna
everyone
be
wants
awesome.
stickers. So,
cool.
thank you, Anne, for letting us be part of it. We really appreciate it.
Yes. Thank you, Ann.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
everybody.
you, man.
Yeah,
You're a
it's fun to
beast,
be part.
Anne.
She means it in the best of ways.
All right.
Bye, ladies.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.